Tonight, the 378 War turns 100. Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes celebrate a century of one of the CSRA's most heated rivalries on Game Night Live.
Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
That is what we call a hunter's moon. It's not quite full just yet. It will be tomorrow and Sunday. Supposed to let you know it's time to go hunting. But tonight, it is time to renew the CSRA's most heated rivalry, the 378 War. They've been playing football on this site for 103 years here in Washington, Georgia. And tonight, the century celebration of the 378 War between Washington Wilkes, the 5th-ranked Tigers, and Lincoln County. John Hart joined as always by Ashley Brown. Nathan Edwards will be on stats as well for us. First things first, this is one of the most unique setups we have all year long. As you can tell, we are here on the sidelines. Because this is a very old stadium, it's not exactly made for television. So we're here on the field, not a lot of room in the press box. But we love this because we get a front row seat when they're down here on the goal line. When they're at the other end of the field, we'll be relying on our director, Kyle Thomas, and our wonderful camera crew. This, AB, is one of the greatest rivalries in the state of Georgia, bar none. Yep. They've done this for 100 years. Lincoln County, Washington Wilkes. What else can you say?
Well, and not just have they done it, they've both been two of the quality programs in the state too. And to have rivals is one thing, but to have rivals be as successful as these two schools have been is pretty impressive. And the setup is phenomenal. We've been looking forward to this game all year. Last year, we got a barn burner and a doozy. Dalen Cobb and his squad barely pulled it out over Trey Huff and the Red Devils, and I'm sure Huff wants to get a little revenge on Washington Wilkes tonight, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, you mentioned these two teams. It's 100 years they've been playing this rivalry. This is actually the 86th meeting. We'll get to why that's not the 100th meeting. And you talk about how close it has been over the years. Lincoln County leads the all-time series 40-39. There have been 6 ties. The Washington Wilkes Tigers, the 5th-ranked team in Class A in the state of Georgia, ready to take the field. And let's get you your 4 keys to the game, AB.
Yeah, let's take a look, and we'll start with Lincoln County. 1, protect the football. Washington Wilkes has caused 14 turnovers already this season and established the ground game to set up Trey Huff throwing the ball downfield. I think those are big keys for Lincoln County. And for Washington Wilkes, don't let up. Last year, they got off to a good start. They let up. They kept letting Lincoln County back in the game. They can't do that this year. And I think they've got to get pressure on Huff, make him work for everything. He plays both sides of the ball. You try and wear him down.
And that brings us to our coaches matchup.
That's right, brought to you by our friends at Johansson's, outfitting CSRA teams for 50 years. 3rd season for Coach Lee Hopkins at Lincoln County, 18-11 in his time there. He was also a coach at Evans back in the day, played at Westside, has strong ties to the community, had a great run at Vidalia, over 100 wins in 13 years. And for Sid Fritz, what can you say, 33 years as a head coach, the last 2 and this now his 3rd year here at Washington Wilkes. Over 260 wins for him, 9+ wins 19 times. He is a legend in coaching in Georgia, no doubt.
To the field for the coin toss.
Tails. This is heads. I want you to repeat his call.
Heads.
Heads is called. It is tails. You won the toss.
We want to defer.
Washington Wilkes won the toss. We'll defer to the second half. You want the football? All right. You want to defend the scoreboard?
Yes, sir.
All right. Blue, put your backs over here. White, your backs to this end zone. Lincoln County will receive. Shake hands, gentlemen. Have fun tonight.
The Tigers are ready. The Red Devils are ready. Kickoff, the Burke Health kickoff is next. The 378 War turns 100 after this. Lincoln County will receive the Burke Health kickoff to start the 378 War. Lincoln County 3-2 this year. This is their region opener. Washington Wilkes 5-1 on the season, lost to an undefeated Elbert County team a week ago. They've already played a region game and are 1-0 in Region 8A Division II.
Yeah, coming off a big blowout win over Warren County, 45-16 or 45-14, and Lincoln County had the week off, so they had a little bit extra time to prepare.
One of the other things about being here on the field, we're right next to the concession stand.
I know I said during the game I can't wait to tell Matt Lane to run to the concession stand and get us some stuff.
Yeah, those cheese fries are smelling good.
Off we go. To the 25 where the Red Devils will set up shop.
Yeah, excellent coverage there as Micah Wade brought down. He was the return man. And that's one thing I've always said about Washington Wilkes going back years. Border Bowl practices and games have led me to this, man. These guys know how to hit you. They know how to tackle. They do an excellent job bringing guys down in the open field. That's kind of their MO. Let's see if this year's squad can do that against a Lincoln County team that now that they have their quarterback back in the fold, they are very tough on both sides of the ball.
And let's talk about their quarterback. You mentioned on your radio show, the Thursday Night Huddle last night, they legitimately have a linebacker playing quarterback.
Yeah, true. Averages double-digit tackles. He's, throws for, 200 yards and 3 touchdowns earlier this year. He is a tough kid. Got a lot of schools looking his way.
He'll hand it off on first down and nothing doing.
Yeah, they tried to go to, looked like, wasn't that Claxton Jones? I think 25 was the ball carrier that time. Yeah, it was.
And Josiah Claxton Jones, a senior. One of the interesting things about Huff, and Coach Lee Homskus mentioned this on your show last night, he actually helped beat Lincoln County as a freshman when he played at Commerce.
Yep.
And then his dad, who was a coach at Commerce, got a job here at Lincoln County, and now he's a Red Devil.
Well, they got a good deal there because Trey Huff, not just as the coach of course, but as one of the assistants, but Trey Huff is a heck of a football player.
That's Michael Wade, averaging 6 a carry.
And
just a freshman.
He's going to set up maybe a long 4, maybe close to 5 on third down here.
We'll call it 3rd and 5.
I said this on last night's radio show, and there's you see the offense led by Huff. Also keep an eye on Jenkins, really talented running back. I said this on last night's radio show. Last year in the Washington Wilkes game was sort of Huff's coming out party. He was mainly defense and running the football, and he just threw it all over the place in that game. Kind of took me by surprise.
Line to make is the 35. They'll have that and then some across the 40 to the 44-yard line goes Huff. And he can run the ball.
Yeah, he sure can. Just a good all-around athlete. 4.0 student as well.
And a member of the 4x100 relay champions in state track and field last year, along with his teammate, Franklin Brown.
And if we don't watch out, we might see him behind us at the concession stand working. and he's on the road doing it because he does a little bit of everything. You won't see him leave the field.
13 yards on the pickup. And nothing on first down here.
Yeah, they did a good job on first down last drive. The first part of the drive as well, and they do it here. They stuff it.
Joseph Myers, the first one in, 4 tackles for loss this season, leads the team.
He is good bloodlines. His brother is a defensive back for Georgia Southern, was a great player here, former Border Bowler.
A loss of 1.
It's about time to start thinking Border Bowl, John.
That it is. Time flies. This is our second, or I guess our penultimate scheduled game on Game Night Live this year. We'll be at the ARC Harlem game next week. And again, whoop, never mind. Huff faked everybody out, and he'll be across midfield.
Yeah, good job there. Good ball fake, and was able to pick up some really nice yardage there. Lincoln County able to move it on the ground. If they can do that, if they're able to move it on the ground this way, that's going to open some things up in the passing game for sure.
Picked up 8, but I mentioned next week we'll be with ARC Harlem.
Yeah.
Then after that, our final 3 games, all flex games.
That's right. We try to find the best matchup with playoff implications, and I love that we're doing that now with the schedule. Get a chance to maybe see a team or two we haven't seen.
So the Red Devils into Tiger territory for the first time. And I think they moved.
Yeah, movement up front. I believe it was number 61, Levi Bessinger.
Number 9, Bobby. Number 2 or number 9.
Oh, wait, they're going to say it was on.
Ball start. Offense. 5 yards.
Might have been the receivers, Franklin
Still
Brown,
third
one of
down.
the names or one of the numbers they were calling out.
So it goes from 3rd and short to 3rd and long. And back into Lincoln County territory.
And they swap running backs again, bringing back Josiah Claxton Jones. Such proud tradition here, Washington Wilkes, but such proud tradition for Lincoln County, one of the winningest programs in the state. One of the, talk about all the state titles, region titles under Larry Campbell. Oh, that pass
for the
is
first
picked
time,
off.
and he is picked off. Desmond Kofer. And Coach Sid Fritz from Washington Wilkes told us this week, Kofer is one of the players on this team is starting to get some college interest. And a huge turnover.
That looked just like the play made by Stephon Gilmore last night on an interception. He just stepped in front of the receiver, just got there. It was almost like he was waiting on the throw, and then he jumps right in front and makes the big play. And just like that, Washington Wilkes stops that drive with a great defensive play by Kofer.
Were you referencing the NFL game last night? Good Lord.
It was not pretty.
Look, I love Matt Ryan, but that was
ugly.
At least you got a win, but a win is a win.
Well, and it was a gift. What was Denver thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
In regulation. Wow.
From the 49 go the Tigers.
So Washington Wilkes going to throw it on first down.
And down he goes. Andrew Meach, the quarterback for Washington Wilkes. He's thrown for 7 scores this year, but on first down, he is taken down for a loss of 8.
Yeah, and I don't have a 44 on my roster. He was the man who got there. You got a 44, an update?
I believe that's Trey Turner.
Okay.
Who has 2 sacks already this year. And not to be confused with that name makes my skin crawl because I think of the Los Angeles Dodgers
yeah.
shortstop, Braves killer, but this is the good Trey Turner.
All you got to do is throw an A on the end of that TRE in his name, and you got it.
2nd and 16. Meach swings it out to Kofer, who made the interception and now making moves into Lincoln County territory. Still on his feet. Kofer, 4-6. Touchdown, Tigers.
51 yards, Kofer goes. And, now I see why the colleges are starting to take notice. He gets the interception on defense, then he catches a little screen pass and takes it to the house. I really thought this play was too slow to develop. I thought Lincoln County, they had it covered. Good block there. And then watch Kofer just make people miss in the open field. Good blocking downfield as well. Wow, what a play.
Early nominee for our Powerade play of the night, or play of the game. And the Tigers up 6. And Emiliano Alberto with a point after. And Emiliano Alberto is true. And the Tigers lead 7-0, 7:20 left to play in the first. So the Tigers went 51 yards in 57 yards in 2 plays. Took 1:09 off the clock. That's an efficient drive for you.
Yeah, and a correction. I said 51 yards. I was looking at the scoreboard. It was actually a 57-yard play because they lost 6 on the sack. So Desmond Kofer with a pick and a 57-yard catch and run for a touchdown.
Talked about these Tigers coached by Sid Fritz, 23-6 in his 3rd season here in Washington. He had retired. He had been the coach at Elbert County. He's actually in his 33rd season overall as a head coach. 260 career wins to his name. 12 region champions, including the defending region champions here, Washington Wilkes, a year ago. And he and his wife had decided to retire to Washington Wilkes. He was going to take an assistant's job here, and lo and behold, found an opportunity. He's the head coach, and I think that Washington Wilkes is glad for that. Ball came out at the end of the play.
Yeah,
and the Red Devils will keep it.
What a great guy to decide to retire here. You get a legendary coach that, like I said, 19
right place,
times,
right time for Fritz.
19 times his teams have won 9 or more ball games.
There you see Coach Lee. Well, before the replay, you saw Coach Homskis of Lincoln County briefly. And Wilkes got on it, but out of bounds on the Busby's instant replay. So it'll be Lincoln County football, 1st and 10 from the 49.
Coach
7-12 to
Homskis.
go. There's Coach Homskis.
Yeah, he's not real pleased right now.
I think the officials are discussing whether he got on that inbounds or not.
It looked to me on the replay like he was on the line.
Well, Coach Homskis he's right there, but so is the official. So, I mean. Oh, no, they're giving.
Oh, wow.
They're reversing it.
No wonder Coach Homskis was upset. Now he's really going to be mad.
Oh, he is fired up. He is fired up, buddy. And I don't blame him. It's rare you see one overturned, you know?
Well, we have the benefit of the replay.
Yeah.
They do not.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, it'll be Washington Wilkes football and another huge play for the Tigers.
Well, now as a coach and player, you got to forget that. That's the situation you're in. You've got to get a stop. You can't fall behind 14-0.
Yeah, I think the coach is fired up because he's saying the official that was right there looking at it said it was not a fumble.
Yeah.
And he got overruled by somebody else.
1st and 10 from the Lincoln County 33.
Yeah, you got to come up with a stop here if you can, if you're the Red Devils, for sure.
Meach out of the shotgun will hand to Tamari Curry. And Curry, 6 rushing scores on the year.
Yeah, and he is a 9th grader.
Just a freshman. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, they got a lot of young guys out here. And even Coach Homskis last night said, this is a young team, but they got some talent. And we've seen some of that talent already.
Well, DJ Curry was our offensive player of the game last week.
Yeah, could be. Tamari Curry trying to make it back-to-back Currys.
2nd and 7. Meach will pitch. It's Curry, and Lincoln County was ready for that.
Yeah, Curry was thinking, wait a second, you pitched that pretty quick. You didn't draw anybody. You didn't draw anybody away from me. What are you doing? Yeah, Lincoln County, they got some guys that can. I was talking about how well Washington Wilkes tackles and hits folks. Lincoln County said, wait a second, we could do that too. And a guy to keep an eye on that I've been just following statistically this year and really was looking forward to him play. And I thought he was a freshman, and Coach corrected me last night. He's a sophomore, and that's Christian Kreit. Goes by CJ, number 13. And you want to talk about a kid that looks like he is, destined to play on the next level. Keep an eye on number 13 for the Red Devils tonight.
Got a couple of Krites for the Red Devils. RJ is also starting.
Yeah, they always seem to have a few.
And Curry hit hard. And
I believe that was Trey Turner.
That's R.J. Kreit, actually, 68.
Yeah, 68 R.J. Kreit and 44
the
Turner.
The aforementioned R.J. Kreit on cue.
Yeah.
So on 4th and 7, Washington Wilkes with an early Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment will leave the offense on the field.
I'd go back to that screen pass to Kofer. But, if you're Lincoln County, man, you can come over with a huge defensive stance here if you can get this stop. That'll switch that momentum over in a hurry.
Meach to throw. He's got the first down, and it's Curry inside the red zone to the 20.
Well, good job by Meach. At first I was thinking, why is he not looking Kofer's way? But he knew what he was doing. He found Curry right across the middle for a nice gain.
An Affordable Auto Insurance first down.
Those are demoralizing. You've done such a good job on 1st and 2nd down, and then you give up 8 on 3rd, or give up about 10 on 3rd and 7.
Not that Affordable Auto Insurance first downs are demoralizing. Just that one for Lincoln County.
Yeah.
So we are watching this along with you as they are at the opposite end of the field from where we are, and Curry dancing and maybe got one.
Trey Turner came over at the end of that play. Nathan and I both were kind of thinking, Trey Turner came – and guys, get a shot of 44 when you get a second up close. He is
That's a man.
That
is a grown man.
He is get out of the way, 12. Let's see. There you go. I mean, look at that guy. And he came over at the end of the play and absolutely leveled Curry. Yeah, you don't want that guy getting ahead of steam and hitting you. Plus, look at that. Got the jersey up and the gut out. Oh, that's a man after my own heart right there.
That's old school football right there.
That's exactly what I would look like. The gut would be sticking out further, but I would definitely have the jersey up. I love that.
Tigers did not look what they saw, and Washington Wilkes will take a timeout.
Yeah, a chance for us to tell you about our friends at McDonald's. You can mix and match 2 of your favorite breakfast go-tos like a sausage biscuit, a chicken McGriddle, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns for only $2.19. Top it all off with a bold and delicious iced coffee for just $1.69. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
And I have a special fondness, I've told you this every time we've come here, for the McDonald's here in Washington.
Yeah.
Because it's halfway between Augusta and Athens.
That's your stop. That's your stopping point.
That is the breakfast stop point on the way to Athens for Georgia football games.
Yeah. Well, if you're coming back from a night game, there's nothing else going to be open by the time you get through Washington, so you better stop.
And Matt Lane asked me in my ear what my order is.
Order.
It's the 2 for $2.16 or
there
$2.19.
Yeah.
It's the 2. It's the sausage egg McMuffin. 2 of those with a large orange juice.
My son, he doesn't like use breakfast at most places, but the McGriddles there, he crushes.
Oh, yeah.
He loves the McGriddles. All right, let's see what Washington Wilkes does. And, again, they saw something they didn't like, wanted to call a timeout there. And
2nd and 9.
It looks like they're going to direct snap it to Kofor. And look at that.
They do.
Great tackle by Huff.
Were it not for the tackle by Huff, Kofor was gone.
Yeah, Kofor scores again. You're right. And number 10, Trey Huff, with just, you want to talk about a perfect form tackle and the way to get somebody in the open field. Watch the very end of this play as that was the play. This was a play earlier. There we go. Here we go. Watch this play as Kofor follows his back through the hole. And then it looks like he's going to break it. And then right here at the end, just great job. Going low, wrapping the legs up. Nice play by Trey Huff. Great shot by the camera guys as well.
3rd and 4 from the 15-yard line. And a whistle blows again. That's what looks like it's on the Tigers.
What a nice little change of pace you can do, though. You got Meach who can throw it a little better. Then you bring Kofor, such a danger running the ball.
5 yards from the previous spot. Down remains 3rd.
Well, that won't make Sid Fritz very happy. Go from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. There is Coach Fritz.
Yeah, we got 2 coaches that have been at it for a long time.
Both coached at Vidalia
yep.
in their previous stints. Lee Homskus of Lincoln County, actually the 2nd winningest coach in Vidalia history, was there 07 to 09 or 19. A couple of region championships there. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Got to make it to the 10. Kofor still alive. Not anymore. Guess who?
Yeah, Huff was trying to get the football out. I don't know how he got away from the first couple of tacklers, but he did. But then Huff, that time he wrapped the foot. Forget the legs. He wrapped the football up. That's a football player there. That's exactly how Lee Homskus described his quarterback, who also, like I said, doubles as a linebacker, and he'll come up and hit you, linebacker / safety. He'll go back in coverage some.
The Tigers will reach for 3 with Oberto. This is a 36-yarder and a little short. His long this year was 30, so that was a bit of a reach. And Lincoln County holds after the turnover. And Matt Lane tells us it might have been tipped at the line.
Yeah, it did look funny. Yeah, it did look a little funny. The trajectory changed slightly. And so good job by Lincoln County, though. They come up with the stop that they needed, benefiting obviously from the missed field goal. But that could have been a disaster starting out 14-0.
Speaking of Matt Lane, let's head down to him for our first Augusta Auto Auction sideline report.
Yeah, and a huge stop there for Lincoln County right now, being able to set the tone on offense as they do, kind of dictating that line of scrimmage. So for Lincoln County right now, can take this game back over and get it back to even.
Huff will keep on first down. He'll have big yardage and a first down up to the 35.
Well, we were talking about wrapping up. You better wrap him up because you see how hard he runs. And they were without him. Lincoln County's been a little up and down this year. They've had some games that you scratch your head at. Keep in mind they were without Huff part of that time. And he came back and has had a couple big ball games, and they are happy to have him back in time for region play.
And you'll probably hear us call his name more than anybody else because he's in on just about every play
Yeah.
on both sides. Reminds me of Zach Blackwell at Augusta Christian.
Yeah, that's right, from last year, who now is at Georgia Southern.
Short gain on first down. That was Josiah Claxton Jones.
Matt's pointing out Lincoln County's size up front. And, you know, that's something – last year they weren't this big. They're a little bigger this year up front. Last year they were not quite that size, and they got a good-looking size tight end, good-looking tackle there.
Hey, look at number 61 there.
Yeah.
That's Levi Bessinger. He's just a sophomore.
And 15, Jack Antonakis, who he looks the part there as a little tight end as well.
Huff will throw. No, he won't. And it was a good idea across midfield to the 35 and out of bounds.
I just realized who Huff reminds me of. And I know there's a couple of people that watch the games each week that are going to agree with me on this, or at least it's going to bring back some memories. But the first big recruit D1 guy that I knew, he was a little bit older than me. I had weight training with him at Evans. He was a quarterback for Evans. And the one thing on him, he didn't sit back and wait to throw and stay in the pocket. When he got a chance, you see the replay here, when he got a chance to throw it, good block.
Look at that great block by Claxton
very
Jones,
close to a blindside block there.
Chip Davis, he went to Clemson and became a wide receiver, but that is who Trey Huff reminds me of. And Chip Davis was a heck of a player at Evans back in the mid to late 80s.
I was going to ask you who you said you had weight training. I was going to ask you who benched more, but I think I know.
Yeah, he was the first person that I saw that I'm like, was just a freak. I had a six-pack and just ripped. And I'm like,
am I the second?
Well,
you can answer later.
Okay. I'll go with you on that. But, yeah, Chip was a big-time athlete, and he would lay out punishment as a runner at quarterback. It was just so weird. It was just something I hadn't seen, and that is who Huff reminds me of for sure.
All right, this is the fun part for us because Lincoln County is driving right in front of us now from the 38-yard line. And Huff will keep on first down.
And winding down here at the end of the first quarter.
Will likely be the final snap. Travion Hall is shaken up for Washington Wilkes, and that's a big deal for them. He's a senior part of this defense, one of the leaders for the Tigers.
Well, and you can see working on that right leg a little bit.
Hopefully it's just a cramp or something. And
he's going to get up.
Yeah, he's going to walk off under his own power. That's good news.
Well, I mentioned Border Bowl earlier, John, and, you know, we of course, the Border Bowl coming up in January, and one of the traditions has become the red, white, and blue striped socks, the Ronald McDonald socks, right? Well, if we get a shot, check out number 5 for Washington Wilkes, James Danner. He is a junior defensive back. He's taken that striped socks things to a whole new level. He's getting in breast awareness. There you go.
Awareness month.
But you see what he's doing it with? It's not socks. He's doing it with wristbands.
Very nice. Well done.
That is great.
Great job by the camera crew to get that shot.
For sure. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him tonight.
Well, look at this. Speaking of pressure, how about this? Down inside the 5. Flag down at the end of the play. Going to be a face mask, Nathan says. Quarter has ended, but hold the phone.
That was Kelby Glaze. We were talking about the freshman for Washington Wilkes. This is a freshman for Lincoln County. That's a good-looking freshman. Oh, no, check that. That was 9 Franklin Brown.
That's Franklin Brown, who hasn't played a whole lot this year. He was injured in the first game, but we mentioned him earlier with the speed. He was on that 4x100 state champion relay team last year.
And he can catch the ball. He's one of their best receivers. He plays DB.
I don't know the number, but
I don't know that he got the face mask on that play.
Well, they think he did.
On the defense.
Well, he got the inside
at the
of the
distance
shoulder
into the
pad.
run. First down and goal, Lincoln County. That's the end of the first quarter.
So the Red Devils will have it first and goal, unfortunately, going the complete opposite way, away from us when the second quarter begins. 7-0 Tigers after 1. Now they're lighting up the Lincoln County student section here at Tiger Stadium. They had a little back and forth with the cell phone lights during the break, and it'll be first and goal Lincoln County from the 3.
Yeah, who needs LED lighting in the stadium? Got that going on. Impressive drive here by Lincoln County.
Touchdown, Lincoln County.
Yeah, made
That
one.
is Samaj Jenkins, who we really haven't had a chance to talk about a lot tonight, but he is the leading rusher for this Lincoln County team, his 7th rushing score of the season.
Yeah, 4-year starter here as well, and they made that one look easy. Man, great blocking out front there. Good job. Receivers getting in on the blocking. Love seeing that.
So Lincoln County answers the Washington Wilkes drive, and on to attempt the point after is Abraham Crawford. 11 of 12 on PATs this year. And make it 12 of 13.
Well, and you got to give Lincoln County credit. They weathered the storm, the interception, the touchdown, and then the fumble on the kickoff, and they get right back in it with the touchdown.
80 yards in 6 plays went the Red Devils. And a good look at Coach Lee Hopkins there. We mentioned him earlier on. 3rd season here at Lincoln County. He was born in Lincoln County. He calls it home. 18-11 in those 3 seasons, but he has been around for a long time. His 18th season as a head coach overall, 122-73. Many of you might remember he was the head coach at Evans back in 2001, 2002. He was an assistant under the legendary Larry Campbell on the state championship team in 2005 and 06 before going on to Vidalia, we mentioned earlier.
Larry Campbell was also his first youth baseball coach.
He dropped a lot of things on us during your radio show last night. His mom was the homecoming queen at Lincoln County
That's
back
right.
in the 50s. His uncle, pretty good connection as well, Dancing Dan Pitts, who was a Lincoln County legend as a player, but better known as one of the greatest head coaches in Georgia history.
I've got one that he doesn't even know. Coach Hopkins doesn't even know. His sister is a magician. Did you know that?
His what?
His sister is a magician.
Is? She is?
Well, no, but she dodged a bullet because apparently Austin Rhodes had a crush on her in high school, and she was able to stay. She was able to stay clear.
Oh man! Austin usually watches. I have a feeling he might get a text message.
She did the
shortly.
disappearing act when he came around.
He's gonna love that. I can't wait to hear that. Yep.
Free kick out of bounds.
First and 10 on the 35-yard
Washington
line.
Wilkes.
Just on the
Tigers will take over on the 35, and before they do that, let's get you your QBs by the quarter, brought to you as always by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
Huff for Lincoln County was 0 of 1 with that interception, but it did run the ball 5 times for 57 yards, and Meach was 2 of 2 for 67 yards and a touchdown.
That's right, the little 57-yard screen. That's if I'm a quarterback, those are the touchdowns I like. You just throw it a few yards and then you throw it a few yards and let your guy run the touchdown. And you got to work on it.
Yeah, I'd love the ones you just pitch for when they're running.
Yeah.
I get 400
Count
yards.
Count those as a catch.
I look like a great quarterback.
First and 10 from the 35. Lincoln County, a sea of white. First one there was Christian Elam.
Yeah, Franklin Brown in there as well, and he's a name we've heard about over the last couple of years. I had him in in the preseason rankings of top players in the area. I had both Huff and Brown and Jenkins. Yeah, I said that. Matt just said another Elam here, and I said that with Coach last night. I said, you've got the Hurst, the Winds, Elam you could throw in there, Leverett you could throw in there, Crite you could throw in there. They seem to keep pulling those guys every year.
And you mentioned that there is a Hurst on this year's team.
Yeah, one of their top linemen.
Brenson Hurst, preseason All-State nomination. There is, as we mentioned, an Elam on the team this year.
Got a late flag.
There's always some Gartrells.
There is a Wynn, Jeremiah Wynn, a freshman.
Yep.
As we have a flag come in, Nathan mentioned. Catch the call. It'll go against the Tigers. But no Normans this year.
No Normans. That's another one. Norman, no Normans.
There'll be one.
Oh, yeah.
at some point.
After the play was over, personal foul
Personal foul,
on the
Tigers.
offense. 15 yards from the end of the run, still third down.
So big penalty against the Tigers. Just so much fun to watch this game, this rivalry. We do this game almost every year. It just hard. You can really feel the history when you're here. They've been playing football on these grounds where we're sitting right now.
Which is amazing.
103 years.
Yep.
The high school has moved, but they still play football here. Same with Lincoln County. Their high school has moved as well, but they still play at Larry Campbell Stadium.
And they closed down the city on game day.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And Lincolnton's closed down as well right now.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 15, and a nice tackle by Heath Creswell.
Yeah, he was right there as Kofor caught the ball and was able to wrap him up and bring him down. Yeah, you're right. It is a cool atmosphere. You know, Lincoln County too, but there's something about here because it not being on campus and them kind of driving the team over and getting the police escort and all that. It's such a cool. Luckily, we were here one year and got to watch that happen. And they put on a little show when they bring the team in.
Just a little confused there. I thought it was a dead ball personal foul. Would have been a first down, but no.
Another whistle on 4th and 15 as the Tigers try to punt. And the Tigers will take timeout. We'll take one with them. Tied
Washington
7.
Wilkes.
10:01 left in the first half. The T-Mobile student section in Washington tonight matches the T-Mobile logo as they honor breast cancer awareness. And the Tigers to kick it away. And the Red Devils will take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we mentioned this being the 100th year anniversary of this rivalry. You got to go back to 1922, the first time these two teams met. How about that's the 1922 Washington Wilkes football team?
That was the year my late grandfather was born. That's hard to
I was
believe.
going to ask. I thought you were at that game.
I've gotten to that point now. You can make those jokes. I used to make those about other people. Now they're me.
These two teams played twice that year. They tied 7-7 on Halloween night, and then Lincolnton, as they were known then, that's actually the Washington football team before they were Washington Wilkes. Lincolnton won 13-6 on Thanksgiving weekend, but things went a little sideways in the stands that year in the second game, so they didn't play again for another 17 years, which is why it's only the 86th meeting, even though they go back 100 years.
Well, and that might be also why it's called the Highway 378 War.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, there's a little bit of Washington Wilkes thinking, hey, we've had a pretty darn good football team and tradition and history, too, and we don't get as much credit as Lincoln County does. Obviously, Lincoln County's won more state titles and has more region championships.
14 to be exact.
Yeah, but Washington Wilkes has had no slouch. They've had a great run as well. But they do I kind of think there's a little chip on their shoulder when they play Lincoln County because of that.
Oh, yeah. 12-yard gain on first down.
Movement up front. It was 61 there, the big fellow we talked about earlier.
Part of the snap.
That's
False start.
Red Devils.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And he's not happy with himself.
Yeah, he went straight for the sideline. He knew he was coming out of that.
Straight for the sideline, and the helmet went straight behind the bench. He's lucky, I think, no coaches saw that happen. They were all looking at the field.
So Lincoln County offense averaging 26 points a game. They run it a lot more than they pass it. 197 yards rushing a game, 75 yards throwing.
We were saying they were up and down with the injury to Huff, but Richmond Academy was riding a 3-game winning streak and played Lincoln County, and they hammered Richmond.
And this is play by this Washington Wilkes defense on second down.
That was Myers.
Joseph Myers again.
Yeah, we a couple years ago we came here when they had Quinshawn Hurst at linebacker, and they had the older Myers, his brother, who's now at Georgia Southern, and we came back last year and we got a chance to see Joseph for the first time. And actually, his older brother was here watching the game last year. And he plays a lot like the big brother does.
5-yard loss.
Does.
Sorry, AB. 5-yard loss on first down. Huff to throw. Wants a chunk. Just a little bit too far.
Yeah, he was trying to get a big gainer to Crite.
So big third down now.
Well, we saw Washington Wilkes come up big with a screen pass. Yeah, maybe throw a little screen here. Put it in the hands of Crite or somebody that can make a play, Franklin Brown.
Washington's Wilkes student section on its feet on third down. Huff.
QB draw.
They'll try to take it himself across the 50. It'll be a first down into Washington Wilkes territory at the 49.
Well, earlier I said demoralizing when you stop them on first and second and give up the first down. It's really demoralizing when you let them run for a first down on 3rd and 15. This was nothing fancy. Just give it to the quarterback and let him just take off. A little sweep. Just good blocking and great running by Huff.
Matt Lane reports from the sideline that Travion Hall, the senior running back and linebacker for Washington Wilkes, is still being treated. He was shaken up a little bit earlier. It's 1st and 10, Red Devils from the 49 of Washington Wilkes, and I think the Red Devils are going to call a timeout. We keep calling this the 378 War. For those of you who don't know, might be watching from outside the area. These two schools separated by 17 miles worth of Highway 378 from Lincolnton to Washington. Takes about 25 minutes to get from one place to the other. And these two communities forever linked, not only in football, but Coach Homska's telling me a lot of married couples in these two towns. One graduated from Lincoln County, one graduated from Washington Wilkes. A lot of houses divided in these two communities. You know what? I'm just going to say they're doing that for the Braves. I have no idea. You might think it's the Seminoles.
Could be.
I'll take it either way.
They're not doing it after the way Florida State played last week. It's probably the Braves.
Tell you what, it is a lot of fun watching the other team sweat it out over these next 3 days in the playoffs.
Yeah, and have the bye.
As the Braves just sit home.
That's right. Congratulations to you, big Braves
Well, I
fan.
had a big part of it.
He gave the speech that got the team going.
Something like that. All right, 1st and 10 from the 49 coming out of the timeout. Huff again.
Oh,
and
what
Huff.
a fake.
Got a hold, maybe.
Man,
There is a flag down in the backfield. Were it not for Bryson Porter's shoestring tackle, Huff was gone.
It's going to negate a great run. And, man, he put a fake on the safety. Oh. That safety. You don't think of Huff as, the shifty guy, but he showed you there. He's got some wheels, and he can – man, he made a great cut there, and the safety just had no chance.
But all for naught. And instead of a big first down, well, it'll still be first down.
Chop block.
Chop block.
Illegal chop block. Offense, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, that was a great fake. Yeah, I don't think Kristen Dorsey's gonna. He might fast forward through that replay.
Yeah, you see the disdain on the Lincoln County sideline.
Tough. That's 15-yarder.
Yeah. Instead of running for a big gain, now you're backed up. And
Coach Homska still pleading his case. But be that as it may, it'll be 1st and 10, Red Devils from their own 36-yard line. It would have been 1st and 10 from the Washington Wilkes 35-yard line. First and 23.
yeah, so a 13-yard penalty.
And they'll try to get some of it back. They get a big chunk of it back on 1st down.
Yeah, they did.
Got another penalty.
They got about 19 of it back.
That's Jenkins, but another flag.
Yeah.
Would have been their first pass completion of the night.
Yeah, I like the idea of what they're doing, though. Get the ball to Jenkins in some open space.
This will drive coaches nuts.
Washington Wilkes has done a good job stopping the Lincoln County running backs. They haven't been able to stop Huff.
Oh, holding on the Tigers.
Whoa.
Well, still going to drive the coach nuts, just not the coach we thought.
It's not a call you see every day outside of the pocket defensive hold in the backfield.
Soon to find out.
Defense. Penalties declined. 2nd down.
Yeah,
So that 19-yard run by Samiles Jenkins will stand.
first completion of the night will stand as well for Trey Huff.
Interesting that you decline that penalty and lose the down. I know you gained a good bit of yards on that play, but would you want the extra down?
Well, they'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I said 19. It looks like they only gave him about 17 or 18, so
You were a whole yard off.
I was a little bit off.
Huff for the end zone into double coverage.
I give Washington Wilkes credit there for having the coverage because that was a really well-designed fake, and everything in the backfield looked like he was going to go left, and he reversed field. And the defensive backs were there. Nice job that time. Dorsey, I mentioned him earlier, and Bryson Porter able to stay with the receiver.
2 down territory.
I think so, yeah. I think at that spot of the field.
I don't think you take that shot on 2nd down if you're
yeah.
don't think you have 2 downs to play with.
I think number 10 is going to be running the football on this one.
From your lips to Lee Hopska's ears. Down to the 31. And a 1st down.
What a weapon.
Yeah. When you have Huff, you don't need 2 downs.
An affordable auto insurance 1st down. To an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report with Matt Lane.
And right there for the Red Devils, the second time that they went for the big play on 2nd down, so definitely being very aggressive, one in running the ball with Huff and that big offensive line, but also in the passing game, really trying to stretch the Tigers out on defense.
Two-way players are almost a lost art now. You want your set offense and your set defense. This might be a year that's changed. We got Clark Jackson at Aquinas. We've got Trey Huff here, Joseph Jean at Grovetown, guys who are dominant on the defensive side and also great on the offensive side as well.
Jenkins on 1st down.
Oh, man.
Touchdown.
Late hit, yep.
And a late hit at the end.
That was Kofor. And then
I think he just erased it by taunting him.
Yeah, I think Lincoln County retaliated. Watch the speed, though.
He turned it on right there.
Man, now watch the hit at the end by Kofor. He had clearly got into the end zone. No need in that, so they're going to call unnecessary roughness. And you didn't see the very end, but a Lincoln County player taunted. Yeah. Yeah, Matt saying it was Jenkins that got up and taunted Washington Wilkes. So it's going to basically just be offsetting penalties after the play.
It would be his 8th rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, the touchdown should definitely stand. Everything happened after the fact.
While they discuss that, we'll remind you of the Eichels Law Firm halftime show coming up with Matt Lane. We have some special guests for you, as well as a performance by the Washington Wilkes Tiger Marching Band.
I will say one thing, man. They've got this field looking great out here.
It does.
It is. Just looks phenomenal. We've seen the field turf a lot this year, and I know you're a big fan of the natural grass.
It doesn't get much better.
I was going to say this looks really, this is really
There's
good.
a good look at it.
And sometimes it's tough because you've got so many events going on, whether it's JV or middle schoolers or rec league teams playing, and the fields get chewed up a little this time of the year. But, man, it looks good this year right now.
Yeah, the field in great shape. That was a long conversation between the officials.
I think he was, and that call was long. I think he was doing the YMCA.
Yeah, I don't understand the long conversation. They just offset and extra points from the same spot, kickoffs from the same spot.
Yeah, it shouldn't change anything. Just
my guess is just trying to make sure they have the yardages right. But
yeah, Kofor was
better. Personal foul.
Sure, maybe trying to make sure they have the right numbers. Because if you get more than
dead ball, unsportsmanlike
more
conduct,
than one, I guess you could
Lincoln County,
be disqualified at a certain
we'll
point.
mark both of those penalties off on the try. It'll be untimed down.
All right.
Yeah, there was the hit by Kofor. That was the initial call. Can we have a penalty for our hit of the game? I don't think so.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
that would be right. Jenkins just scored a touchdown. He couldn't do that. And now Hopkins.
Conversation continues. So we'll take a break while they sort all this out. 13-7 Lincoln County. So after all that, Abraham Crawford stuck in what amounted to about a 35-yard extra point. And Lincoln County leads 14-7 now with 5:53, under 6 minutes of play in the half.
Yeah, Jenkins showed us his speed on that touchdown, and he did not take kindly to getting hit late and came up and got the penalty himself. Kind of taunting, but kind of understand the taunt. If it was just a taunting, I get it, but he took the late hit. Obviously, you prefer as a coach you just not do that, but a little more understandable, I guess.
32-yard touchdown run for Jenkins. It's second of the night, 8th of the season.
So Lincoln County's still kicking off from the 40, so I just don't understand why.
So they marked it off against Lincoln County on the field on the extra point, and they're letting them mark it off against Washington Wilkes on the kick.
Yeah, it was like what happened to the Washington Wilkes personal foul? It's like it didn't happen.
No. Well, yeah, they did it here. They're letting him kick from closer up.
No, he's kicking from the 40, I believe.
Oh, is he at the same? Oh, I thought they moved him up. No, you're right.
No.
They didn't. You're
no,
right.
It's like the penalty on Washington Wilkes just magically didn't happen.
Curry on the return, and 13 meets 13.
That was C.J. Crite. I was raving about him earlier. Just a 10th grader. Good-looking athlete. 68 tackles on the season.
So Washington Wilkes came out like gangbusters on offense, scored on 2 plays on their first drive, and since then, this Lincoln County defense has really clamped down. And this is a Washington Wilkes offense averaging 30 points a game.
I know one thing. I would try to find number 2, get him the ball. He has been their offense tonight so far, whether he's running or throwing it to him.
Well, and he'd like to make amends for that personal foul.
Oh, for sure.
So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Tigers. Nope.
Yeah, nowhere to go there.
And again, Crite, I believe, was the first one in. Helped by another Wynn, Jeremiah Wynn.
Well, and that was Wynn's a freshman, 57. 13's a sophomore. It's just crazy how that trend has happened. Years ago we first started talking about you're seeing more and more young guys. Now it's no big deal. You see them on every team. It didn't used to happen. It used to be freshmen were on the JV. Sophomores usually were on the JV. Occasionally you'd have a sophomore dressed with varsity, and it would be talked about around the school. It was a big deal. And now, you're almost assumed to be, if you're a good player, on the varsity as a freshman.
2nd and 10. It's Curry. Curry still dancing. He'll have a first down up to 33.
Yeah, good run, but, man, he was chased down by the big fella. I tell you, Trey Turner is a player. In the last couple of weeks we've been looking at Jaden Eason from North Augusta, a great defensive lineman. Turner's a good one himself.
You talk about these freshmen. Curry, another talented freshman. Under 5 minutes now.
We got a new running back in there as well. It looks like
Calvin Blackburn.
and he's a sophomore.
And he scored 3 times this year. He will get the call, and that's why to midfield.
Yeah, good run, and he's little, but man, he packed a punch. Trey Huff, he ran. He wasn't afraid at all to run in that, get that collision with Huff. Watch this at the end of the play. He lowers his shoulder and lays a hit on Trey Huff.
17 yards on his first carry of the night.
And that's really the first big carry they've had up the middle. Really, anything inside the tackle, that's easily their biggest run.
High snap. Nice job by Meach. Blackburn again. And this time stopped after a gain of 2, but into Lincoln County territory.
Yeah, great job coming up and making that play. I believe it was 68 who made the play for Lincoln County. So Washington Wilkes trying to tie this thing up here late in the first half. Like you said, they get that 57-yarder on their second play from scrimmage. We're thinking, okay, here we go, but Lincoln County's defense has played pretty well since then.
To the 42.
Yeah,
Goes Curry, who's back in.
Franklin Brown with the tackle. Third and short.
Third and about short 4, long 3, however you want to look at it.
Meach getting the instructions from the sidelines here. It's a big play here. I think. Are you in 2 down? Are you going for it here?
Same question.
At the 43, I think you do, but you don't want to give up a score either to Lincoln County. Obviously, you'd rather take care of it, just get the first down here. Let's see what they do.
Oh, they give it to Curry,
Yeah.
and it won't matter. Curry's got the first down to the 31.
Yeah, Cripe makes the tackle, but not before Curry's able to get it. Looked like there was some movement up front, and they got away with it.
Curry with a pickup of 12 and an affordable auto insurance first down.
Now that's the best decision, what to do on 4th down. Don't get the 4th down. Get the first.
Next snap should take us inside 2 minutes. But it's not going to happen as Lincoln County didn't like what it saw. And Lee Hopkins will call timeout.
Well, I think, if Coach Hopkins, you're just telling your guys, hey, we got to dig deep right here. Let's, we go to the locker room with the lead and kind of make a statement right here.
Well, don't forget, a lot of big games across the area tonight. And we'll wrap it all up for you on Football Friday night at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. Brendan Robertson back at Television Park. Well, actually, he's probably still at his game right now, whatever he's covering this evening. Then he'll be back at Television Park, and we'll have 30 minutes of high school football highlights for you coming up at 11:35. Football Friday night on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, the big lineman we've been talking about, Trey Turner, number 44, it looked like Coach Hopkins looked at him and said exactly like what we were talking about. Like, don't give them anything. I'm putting it on you. I'm putting it on your shoulders. Get back in there and make a play.
I want to see him run the ball.
I do too.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Well,
and it's Curry.
And who chased him down? The big fella, Turner.
You're right.
They ran away from him, but Turner showing he's got some speed.
Not before a pickup of 9.
That's a big old boy, 44. TV's not doing him justice. If you look at him from here, he looks bigger. And we've got a great vantage point. We're literally 30 yards from where where he's standing right now.
They're driving toward us now. We're located at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And it's Curry again. Spins off the first tackler, but not the second.
Yeah, Trey Huff cleaning things up with a little help from Jenkins. You see a lot. This is, single A football. You're seeing a lot of guys go both ways tonight. Franklin Brown, Trey Huff, Jenkins. Crite goes both ways, plays receiver on offense.
Careful the clock here because you only got one timeout left.
Yeah, one timeout, and they remember that timeout they called earlier where it didn't really look like they said much in the huddle.
Both teams with one timeout. 1st and 10, under a minute to play. Meach for the end zone. Knocked away.
Yeah, he had a man, but man, really good coverage by Lincoln County.
Franklin Brown and Micah Wade back there.
Yeah, Wade did not let the receiver get behind him. Terrific job there because it wasn't a bad pass. Meach showing off the arm a little bit there, trying to go to Myers.
But it does stop the clock if you're Washington Wilkes.
Now, one thing they could do, come right back to that play because wide open in the flats because both defenders went with the deep guy. Wide open was that man, number 2, Kofer, who we've seen how dangerous he is in the open field. Let's see if they go back to kind of the same play call but go to Kofer this time. You got time for it.
And I believe Lee Hopkins is going to call his final timeout of the first half.
Lincoln County.
Yeah, I think
Third
you
and final
can tell
timeout
both
of the
coaches
first half.
know how important this possession is. If you're Lincoln County, what a victory and what a momentum builder going to the locker room if you can keep them out of the end zone. And for Washington Wilkes, obviously, they want to knock this thing up. Every possession so important. We saw it last year. This game was back and forth, and even when we thought Washington Wilkes had the game won, they're in victory formation. They fumbled the snap, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And gave Lincoln County another shot.
Don't forget the Eichels Law Firm halftime show coming your way at halftime. And the Washington Wilkes Marching Band is gathering on the sidelines. You'll hear from them. We have several special guests lined up for you from our local McDonald's, our great partners for Game Night Live, as well as East Central Health District and the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice. So stick around. We'll have the highlights of the first half, check some scores from around the area. But first things first, Tigers, 2nd and 10 from the 20, coming out of the timeout. And Meach is hit and leveled. Clock continues to run. That was Crite on the tackle. And now I believe Washington Wilkes will burn its final timeout with 45 seconds left in the half.
That's why that's a risky play call because you got to waste the timeout if that happens. If you throw a little pass out of the flats, maybe even if you don't pick up yardage, maybe you get out of bounds to stop the clock.
8th tackle for loss for Crite this year. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Just terrific up front. And really, nobody blocked Crite. He was the second man in. And just an easy stop there by Lincoln County. I think there might have been some miscommunication as to what play was being run there because nobody blocked either guy, the defensive end or the linebacker on that side.
So Sid Fritz talks it over with his Tigers. I would say you're definitely in two-down territory here with just 45 seconds left. No need
for sure.
Well, I mean, they're not going to try to kick a field goal from here.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to give it back to the Red Devils. Meach, 3rd down. It is Kofer. Needs a block. Got one to the 11. And knocked out of bounds.
Well, that, like I said, if you throw it to the side, at least you got a chance for your guy to get out of bounds there, and that's exactly what he did.
Smart move by Kofer to stop the clock with 36 seconds left.
I thought he might be running right into our table there for a second. Folks, we are right on the action now. The band is entering the stadium.
I was going to say, I feel a little bit like the Stanford-Cal game.
Yeah.
Can't see much for the band taking the field right now.
But they're a buffer, so we won't get run over.
That is
they
true.
will. Yeah, it is 4th down, though. They haven't moved.
Yeah, they haven't put the football down yet.
Yeah, it's penalty on Washington.
Holding.
Oh, I missed the flag.
You're in the run on the offense.
That explains it.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
Well, now,
That changes everything.
you know, neither team has a timeout. If you were Lincoln County and had a timeout, you would be trying to stop the clock now, maybe, if you get the ball back. I mean, that's why they had not changed the down marker to 4th down. It's 3rd and over 20.
Yeah, 3rd and about 22, it looks like.
You still have 2 downs, but you've got a long way to go just to get the 1st down, much less a touchdown.
I would try to get about 10 of it back here and then take
Yeah.
a couple of heaves to the end zone. You get 10, you get the first. Kofer hit immediately. He's going to be about 7 yards shy. Clock continues to run, 26, 25.
You got it down. Got it.
Now you're gonna have-
Can't down it.
Can't down it. It's
They
4th
can't
down.
down it.
Yeah.
It is 4th down. Clock under 20, 18 seconds. They're going to try to run the field goal team on here.
Emiliano Berto.
This will be a 31-yarder, his longest 30 this year. Short. And Lincoln County holds.
Again, you hear the crowd on Lincoln County side. We were talking about the momentum. That is a big stop if you're Lincoln County.
Well, the penalty just killed Washington
Yeah.
Wilkes on that last
What
drive.
concentration, though, on the catch before the missed field goal. That ball went up in the air as he's falling down, and luckily it fell right into his arms, and he was able to corral it. But all for naught as Berto misses his 2nd field goal of the game.
So the Red Devils, in all likelihood, will take it to the locker room with a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. No point in doing anything crazy. You've gotten a couple of really good stops where it looked like Washington Wilkes might get some points.
This has been an entertaining first half, but from our experience with these games, stay tuned, folks.
Yeah.
Second half can get a little crazy. Huff takes the knee, and the Red Devils will go to the locker room with the lead. 1 half down, 1 to play, and the 378 war and the 100th anniversary of this rivalry. Lincoln County leads Washington Wilkes 14-7. The Eichholz Law Firm halftime show is.
And welcome down on the field here at Tiger Stadium, where Washington Wilkes is taking on Lincoln County. Now it's time for our Eichholz Law Firm halftime show, and I want to tell you about a few folks here in the community, your hometown. C&K Services is a utility contractor company that provides civil site preparation for transmission power lines, substations, pipelines, procurement, and construction projects, especially renewable energy projects. They work directly with utility companies to restore services, remove downed trees and storm debris, site maintenance, and other civil construction services throughout the Southeast. They also offer small commercial and residential land management like driveways. Fern Acres Farm has been in business since 1965 and with the Thornton family since 1998. Fern Acres Farms produces aged bark and potting soil, and they supply many large nurseries throughout Georgia, North Carolina, and even South Carolina. They also offer local pickup at their farm by trailer or truckload. If you want to give them a call today at 706-678-2437. And our friends over at Mike Thornton Trucking has been successful in hauling wood products and other dry van freight for over 30 plus years, quickly gaining recognition for their heavy haul division that moves heavy equipment all over the Southeast. You ought to check out their Facebook page and see what 2 former Washington Wilkes football players, Jason Calloway and Adam Thornton, are doing now. From tackles and touchdowns to running a successful local business, they are still proud to support Washington Wilkes athletics. Message them on Facebook or give them a call at 706-678-4546. And finally, our friends at Standard Auto Parts is a family-run company that runs multiple services from auto parts to auto repair to even IT services. We are your trusted Napa auto parts service, and we have been servicing Washington, Georgia for generations. And actually, we're going to head to Washington Wilkes High School and check out what the Tigers been up to.
Wilkes High School is all about giving students hands-on experience in different career areas. They do this with their CTAE program, which stands for Career, Technical, and Agricultural Education.
So our CTAE program encompasses about 5 different career cluster areas. We have agriculture, food, and natural resources, business and computer science, which includes information technology. And then we have our early childhood education program, and we also offer health science.
The school thinks the program is important since it gives students the opportunity to test the waters of their career interest areas.
It gives them an opportunity to know what's out there and learn a foundation for those different career fields.
I think that our staff here puts a lot of time and attention into the students. We try to have a broad-based curriculum that they can grow on. A lot of the classes are geared so that they can find their niche.
The students are big fans of the program.
It feels good because you can get a wide variety of everything that you want to test the waters in. I feel privileged that I get to take agriculture classes because most students don't know where agriculture comes from and the origin of it and how important it is in our world.
The CTAE program is a big success, and teachers hope it helps students get the most out of their 4 years in high school.
Take the opportunities that are handed to you. Take the opportunities. Don't let them slide past. Everything that you get, every skill that you achieve can be built upon, and once you have it, it can't be taken away from you.
Faculty and students are thankful for everyone that makes the program possible.
I would like to thank all the CTAE teachers for giving me this chance throughout high school and helping me find what I want to do when I graduate. I want to say thank you to my faculty, administration, and my superintendent on how much they have helped me grow as a student and how much I have been able to do in agriculture.
I'd like to say a big thank you to our superintendent and the administration here, but especially to the staff who make it possible. Many of them teach several preps, and that's not easy to do, and so they do a great job with teaching our students the foundational skills that they need to be successful in the world of work.
Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.
And welcome back down here on the field for our Eichholz Law Firm halftime show. I'm now joined by our friends over at McDonald's, Tanika Cullors, General Manager over at McDonald's. And Tanika, I talked to you before coming into this game. This is a rivalry game, so very well supported. What's it like being a part of big high school moments like this?
It's always a huge game when Lincolnton and Washington always get together and play, always bring a lot of fans in.
And how cool is it kind of seeing folks that you see in and out of the restaurant each and every week, whether they work there or they come by and visit on a regular basis?
It's pretty much fun because we have a lot of athletes that do work for us, like football players, cheerleaders, so they be in and out having to work and then go to practice, so it's pretty much fun.
Which is always good to hear, folks going to school and also working. McDonald's offers so many different career options. But I do got to cut to the chase with you. I got to talk to you about these adult Happy Meals. I've seen them around. I've not had one yet. Can you explain what they are for folks that might not know?
It's a promotion we have going on, either a Big Mac meal or a 10-piece nugget meal, and it comes with this double-eyed toy that everybody's going crazy about, and they're being a big hit, and they're been going fast.
And I know y'all have other stuff that you promote. What are some other things that are coming up that y'all have your eyes on?
Right now we currently have the cheese Danish, and next month we'll be doing the Mac ribs. They'll be coming back.
What's your favorite thing there?
Cheese Danish.
Cheese Danish?
Yes, sir.
Tanika Cullors, General Manager over at McDonald's. She'll join us here at the end of the game for our offensive and defensive players of the game at the conclusion of the game. And actually, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more of the Eichholz Law Firm halftime show after this. And welcome back down here on the field for our Eichholz Law Firm halftime show here at Tiger Stadium, where Lincoln County's visiting, playing the Washington Wilkes Tigers. Now I want to take a moment to talk to our friends from the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice. I have Commissioner Tyrone Oliver and Deputy Commissioner Allison Richardson with me. And Commissioner Oliver, can you kind of speak to what the Department of Juvenile Justice means?
The Department of Juvenile Justice takes care of justice-involved youth throughout the state. We have 25 facilities throughout the state. And we really focus on rehabilitating the youth so when they return back to their communities, they're a better person. And we have facilities right here in Augusta area and also in Wilkes.
So Why should someone consider working at the Augusta facility?
You know, the kids are our future. You know, even though they're just as involved, if you want to make a difference in a young person's life and want to change the trajectory of the future, then I think you need to come work for the Department of Juvenile Justice. We're a good family, and we're doing good things over there for our future.
And for folks not really sure what type of jobs are available there, what sort of things can folks look forward to?
You can become a juvenile correction officer, you can work in our food service industry, or you could be a juvenile detention counselor. And we also have education. We hire teachers all across the state.
Now, how would someone go about trying to start the process to join the team?
You could come to one of our career fairs, or you can simply go to our website, djj.georgia.gov, and go to careers, and we'll find a job for you.
And just asking you kind of offhand, what's something positive that you've seen from folks that have come in there, worked, and really been able to give back and contribute to the community?
Absolutely. When you're able to work in these young kids' lives, you get to make a difference. And then sometimes we get to see kids go on and graduate from college or high school and go back and give to the community themselves. So somebody that might have gone on deeper into the system, instead of doing that, they're rehabilitated and they're able to be productive citizens for Georgia.
Well, if you are looking for a job, definitely consider the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice. Definitely check them out, give them a call, try them out, see what they have. So real quick, what we're actually going to do is talk about our punters of the game. For our Augusta Sports Council punters of the game, the Lincoln County High School Augusta Sports Council punter of the game is number 10, Trey Huff. He's a senior with the Red Devils. Congratulations to him. And for the home team, number 15, Nick Harkins, who is a junior with the Tigers football team. He is our Augusta Sports Council punter of the game. And really quick, I want to tell you about our friends over at the Georgia Cancer Center. Augusta University Health is proud to offer outstanding breast imaging services at 2 locations. The Breast Health Center, which is recognized as a breast imaging center of excellence, and also the AU Health Imaging. Both centers are accredited by the American College of Radiology, so if you're looking for amazing teams who will partner with you in all aspects of breast health, definitely come see them first. And while we're actually out on the field, I want to tell you about our friends over at East Central Health District. I have Heather Parnell and Lisa joining us right now. And Heather, I know I talked to you before a little bit, but in terms of the health department, what type of services are offered?
Okay, so Women's Health Services being one of our biggest programs, and that includes family planning. So women of childbearing age, plenty of methods of birth control to choose from, as well as a comprehensive exam. Pap smears can be done right in our office. Women's Health also includes a program that offers no-cost mammograms and pap smears to women 40 and over who do not have insurance. STD program serving women and men. Teens in any program can be free of charge if they don't want to, let parents know, or if they don't have insurance. Childhood immunizations, if you don't want to take your child to the pediatrician, just need a simple vaccine, we have just about anything that's needed.
And Lisa, real quick while I have you, I know that you work over there. In terms of hours of operation and when y'all are available, do you have those times and days?
Yes. On Mondays, we're open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Tuesday is our late day. We're open from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And on Friday, we close at 8 a.m. and then until 2:30 p.m.
And something a lot of folks definitely have a question about insurance. What type of insurances do y'all accept?
We accept most of the private, third-party private insurances. We accept Georgia Medicaid, in some situations Medicare. We do have a self-pay sliding scale for those that don't have insurance. And then we also have a state funding program for some of the programs for free services.
And Heather, what's the best way for somebody to reach out if they're looking for services?
They can give us a call at 706-359-3154.
And that's Heather Parnell and Lisa from the East Central Health District. Actually, what we're going to do right now is join in. We have a joint band playing right now, so we're going to go check that out. Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes High School. And that is it for the band here on our Eichholz Law Firm halftime show. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
The Eichholz Law Firm halftime show rolls on from Tiger Stadium in beautiful Washington, Georgia. This is the biggest one in Region 8A tonight, but we have reached that time of the year where it is down to the region play, and they're all important. And let's take a look at our high school scoreboard, brought to you as always by Waynesboro Christ Dodge Jeep Ram.
Yeah, you're right. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. This team's starting to try and push for the playoffs. Benedictine, don't let that 3-2 record fool you. I said last night on the radio, and that you see why they lead Burke County, who's previously unbeaten. That is a final, by the way, 28-3. That was
last night.
That was last night, yeah. You've got Hepzibah leading Harlem 6-3. Hepzibah, good football team. They're playing really well lately, holding down a good Harlem offense. Saluda and Strom Thurmond are knotted up at 3. You've got Brunswick leading Lakeside 14-0. Aquinas rolling over Towns County, coming off a bye week, 21-0 there. Laney leads Josie, maybe a little closer than some might expect.
Laney might be looking ahead a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. They've got to finish up that Thompson game next week. 12-6. Midland Valley leads Airport 19-7. Midland Valley trying to go to 5-2. And Effingham County on top of Grovetown, it is 14-7. A few other ones. Boy, Thompson 61-6 over Westside. North Augusta is leading Aiken 21-7. That game could be worse. They've had a few touchdowns called back from what I hear. Statesboro over Greenbrier 21-zip. And Briarwood Academy and Bullock Academy are knotted at 14.
And here it is 14-7, Lincoln County over Washington Wilkes. We'll take a look at how we got there at the half with your first half highlights.
Well, yeah, this was just a beautiful play. Look at Kofer with the speed and just avoiding tackles and some good blocking downfield, too, by everybody. Even, right there as Trey Huff got knocked down at the end of the play, but a beautiful 57 yards.
7 yards.
Yeah, catch and run.
7-0 Tigers.
And then on the ensuing kickoff, Lincoln County gets it back, and pretty good return here to set them up in good field position. But right at the end of the play, the ball comes out, a real controversial play, but it was ruled that Washington Wilkes got it before they went out of bounds. Lincoln County, though, able to stuff them, and then they make it look easy with Jenkins getting his 8th touchdown of the season on a short run.
From 3 yards out.
Yeah, they knotted it up there, and they would add on one more score, and that's where we stand, 14-7.
So we'll take a quick break, come back and give you your QBs by the quarter and get you ready for the second half kickoff. Washington Wilkes will receive the Burke Health second half kickoff. After this, you've been watching the Eichholz Law Firm halftime show. Almost set for the second half kickoff here at Tiger Stadium. But before we do that, let's get you your QBs by the quarter for the second quarter, brought to you as always by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
Yeah, Meach for Washington Wilkes, you see on the screen there, for the first half was 4 of 5, 85 yards and a touchdown. And then Huff for Lincoln County was 1 of 4 for 20 yards, did have the 1 interception, but ran the ball 7 times for 83 yards.
And overall, Lincoln County outgained Washington Wilkes 193 yards to 154 yards in that first half, and it shows on the scoreboard with the 7-point lead.
Well, yeah, and if you take away one play, they held them under 100 yards other than that screen pass. So, yeah, Lincoln County came out and played some inspired football after that turnover. Really, the defense played great. They were able to get the stop there. It looked like Washington Wilkes was going to go up 14-0. They get the stop there, and then they shut them out the rest of the half. So terrific job by the Red Devils.
So it'll be the Red Devils to kick it away here to start this second half. A Burke Health kickoff.
Well, the kicker doesn't have a field goal in the game, but he does have a 35-yard extra point. So we'll give him bonus points for that.
Yeah, Abraham Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford. And unfortunately for Washington Wilkes, their kicker, Emiliano Bruto, missed a couple.
By the way, that
field
extra
goals.
point, his longest kick of the year, because his longest field goal was 24 yards. All right, John Hart, Navy, back with you here on the sidelines at Tiger Stadium. And the one number that stuck out to me in the first half, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, Lincoln County held this powerful Washington Wilkes rushing attack to 69 yards in the first half.
Yeah, that is really surprising. Like you said, they're averaging over 30 points a game. We always know them, and at least in recent history, as a power, a powerful offense that can score a lot of points. But the Red Devils did an excellent job of shutting their running attack down and forcing Meach to, maybe have to do something in the air here in the second half.
And if you are just joining us, we are watching this game from the bottom right-hand portion of your screen. This is a 103-year-old stadium, and not a lot of room in the old press box, and so we call the game from the sidelines when we come to Tiger Town.
It's such a great vantage point, though.
It really is.
I never would have thought that. And then last year when we did it for the first time, I think we all agreed, let's come back and do it again.
There we are.
Because it is so fun, and, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's a great vantage point. The Tigers are driving toward us right now, which is a lot of fun. 2nd and 8 from the 40. And it's Curry.
Huff just coming up out of nowhere.
Yeah, Curry at 45 yards rushing in the first half, but nothing here. He'll be driven back.
Well, Cricht's going to get credit for the tackle, but Huff made the play. Huff came flying up from his defensive back spot and put a good hit in, and then Cricht finished it off. There you see Cricht, number 13 right there. CJ, just a sophomore. That's a good-looking 10th grader.
That's a loss of 4. So now it's 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Well, you just can't keep putting yourself, and they have all game. They keep putting themselves in these 3rd and long. They converted one on a little pass across the middle, but you can't keep putting yourself in these spots.
So we'll see what Sid Fritz has dialed up on 3rd and long, and he overthrows the intended receiver, which was Malik Ware.
He overthrew him, but I tell you what.
Got an arm.
Meach has got an arm on him. We haven't really seen it tonight. I was impressed with one of the passes he threw in the end zone, but that one wasn't a real deep throw. That time he aired it out.
And Meach was 4 out of 5 in the first half, 85 yards and a touchdown. That's efficient.
They might need it the way this game's going. They're just not able to find running lanes against this Lincoln County defense right now. The Red Devils, for the 2nd straight year, probably come in as a slight underdog, and for the 2nd straight year, they show you they can play with anybody. And
they almost got the punt.
They may have got a piece of that.
Yeah, it took a long time to get that kickoff.
Red Devils will take over at their own 39-yard line. So coming out of the locker room, another good defensive stand for Lincoln County.
Yeah, there's no question if they're able to get the win tonight, that defense is going to deserve a lot of the credit.
And remember, this Washington Wilkes team, the number 5 ranked team in the state. These two teams battling for first place in the sub-region.
Yeah, you're thrilled if you're Lincoln County to get a halftime lead when your first 2 possessions were turnovers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they turned it over twice, and the defense doing the trick, getting the stops, and here's Trey Huff now to lead the offense.
1st and 10 from the 40, and it's Jenkins. Big gain across midfield.
Well, he takes those short, choppy steps, but he can motor. Stepped out of bounds on that one, but, man, he's got some speed.
And on your radio show last night, Lee Hopkins really sang his praises.
Yeah, and again, when you have a guy that's been in your program, he's a senior, and he's been a starter for 4 years. Jenkins has split time at running back over the course of his career, but he's been in there since, this is his 4th straight year. And, by that time, it's like having a coach out there. Even though he's not the quarterback, he's still a guy that can be a leader on this squad, and that's what he is for Coach Hopkins for sure.
2nd and 4, Huff. Nope.
Yeah, that might be the best push we've seen from the Washington Wilkes defense up front tonight.
Curtis Milton, the first man there. Curtis Milton's mom is actually in attendance tonight, and I'm staying in Washington tonight because it's on the way to Athens for the Georgia game. She actually checked me into my hotel today.
They literally gave you a key to the city.
They gave me a key to my room.
Okay, well, yeah, you can color it however you want, John. I was trying to make it look better.
So she is very proud of her son, and we're proud to give him a shout-out on Game Night Live.
Yeah, good for him. Glad he made a play.
What John doesn't know, if Georgia plays well tomorrow, he's spending every
Friday.
Yeah,
You bet.
If we know John, yeah, he will. There you go.
And it's a first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that was a nice run there. And again, Lincoln County getting good blocking up front as Franklin Brown picks up the first down.
An Affordable Auto Insurance first down. So Lincoln County just keeps chipping away here. Now into Washington Wilkes territory.
Yeah, they've just taken kind of the momentum. You can tell it's just Washington Wilkes is a little flat right now. The momentum is on Lincoln County's side. They're going to have somebody. Lincoln County's got those guys on defense step up and make plays. Myers or somebody for Washington Wilkes is going to have to make a play here.
Huff. Oh, what a move.
Yeah.
Pickup of 9.
They did such a great job stringing that out, forcing him to cut back in, and then he makes a man miss and is able to pick up really good yardage. And it looked like that was going to be one where they slowed down Huff, but no. I mean, the first half he averaged over 12 yards a carry, and he is approaching 100 yards rushing on the night.
Yeah, 83 yards in the first half on the ground. Picked up another 9 there, so 92 yards on the ground for Huff. This time he will throw, and it is picked off.
What a play by
Desmond Kofer, who has been everywhere for Washington Wilkes tonight.
Was he in bounds?
Let's see if he came down with it.
Judging by the crowd reaction, they're saying he's out of bounds.
Oh, wow. Now, again, this is the end. We're at the complete opposite end of the field.
Yeah, let's see.
It looks like he's out of bounds.
Man, what a play, though. Kofer, there's no doubt Kofer's a player. The coach said he's getting attention. I can see why, from colleges. But watch this play. The receiver's got a chance to go up, and that's Crichton. He's a big target. But Kofer just goes up over him. And, he got a foot.
I don't know if the other toe tapped before the
other. He got one foot in bounds, but the other foot was already down out of bounds before he did it.
The Red Devils go for it on 4th down. By the way, that is a first down. Give Huff credit. He put that ball where only either his guy could get it or the defender was going to fall out of bounds.
And give the WJBF crew credit getting that shot. That was ideal. I didn't know we were going to get as good a shot of the feet coming down there, but we did. Yeah, he got his right foot in bounds, but his left foot touched just before that out of bounds.
I was going to say, for Game Night Live games, the Georgia High School Association and the South Carolina High School League should allow instant replay.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that because we'd be here till Tuesday.
I mean, what do you care? You got a room. Me and Nathan might have to sleep here.
14-7 Lincoln County and driving.
Oh, nice little cutback.
What
a run.
Move inside the 10 down to the 6. Boy, Wade is shifty.
We really haven't called his name since the opening kickoff. And man, Michael Wade with a couple of beautiful cuts here. You'll see on the instant replay. And again, Lincoln County, look at this blocking up front. And watch the cuts. There's one there. Get out of my way. And then he cuts from outfield. Then he cuts back. Just a great run.
30-yard run for Michael Wade. And it's 1st and goal for the Red Devils.
Yeah, something unique that I don't know if you can catch it, that he's playing offense and defense, Huff is, but he's also running all the way to the sideline to his coach to get every single play and run all the way back.
Yeah, there's no question he deserves rest on Saturdays.
That's Jenkins.
There you go. Good defense that time.
Still on his feet. Jenkins,
touchdown.
Wow.
I thought, what a run. I just counted him down. I thought Myers and company had done the trick, and I was about to say, I said Myers needed to step up. Watch this. They have him. He's hit right here. Myers sticks him, gets his legs, but he never goes down. What a run by Jenkins.
His 3rd touchdown of the night, his 9th rushing touchdown of the year.
Unbelievable.
And one of the best you're ever going to see.
How did he not go down there? What a play.
And Abraham Crawford. The point after is no good. Well, we'll see if that becomes an issue later on for the Red Devils. But the lead is 13, 20-7, 6:50 to play in the 3rd.
That's a big deal for sure. Well, right now, Lincoln County the way they're playing, they deserve some sort of treat. I mean, they have been working on both sides of the ball, getting it done tonight on the road against, obviously, their biggest rival.
Lincoln County went 60 yards in 7 plays, took 3:29 off the clock. Jenkins now 90 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Well, if you're Washington Wilkes, get the ball to Kofor is important, and they've got him now, direct snap. He had 2 catches for 73 yards in the first half.
Here's a little wrinkle, as you mentioned. Kofor gets the direct snap, and Lincoln County was up to the task.
Yeah, C.J. Crite making the tackle. They just got so many guys. You say a lot of teams, you talk about how many weapons they have on offense. Lincoln County's got weapons on defense. Crite, Turner, Huff. I mean, it's Franklin Brown. It's somebody else on every play just stepping up and making plays. And right now the defense has been the story for the Red Devils. But, you know, Washington Wilkes with his touchdown, they're right back in this thing, and we got a ball game.
They're 70 yards away from it at the moment, 69 yards to be exact.
And just as we're singing the defense's praises,
Blackburn with the carry again.
Yeah, Washington Wilkes comes away with a nice run. And I think that's going to be a first down. Yep.
Yep. An affordable auto insurance first down. A good look at Calvin Blackburn.
You couldn't ask for a better night for football, too.
It is perfect.
You know, I thought it would be a little cooler tonight. It's not necessarily cool at all, but it's perfect weather.
Kofor with the direct snap again. And this time he'll pick up 5.
You know, Trey Huff's a problem. You know, they got him, instead of linebacker now, they got him at safety. And if you do break free, you think you got something going, he comes flying up like a missile out of that secondary, ready to just take your head off.
So the Tigers putting together a little bit of a drive here. 2nd and 3 at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, putting Kofor in there, you know, with Meach in there, they know he's not going to run it quite as much. They're able to focus on the backs. With Kofor in there, you can't do that. Meach can air it out, but, you know, Kofor obviously with those legs can be a difference maker.
As we mentioned, Meach was efficient in the first half, but Kofor getting the snaps here in the second, and he'll be 3 yards shy.
Yeah, Crite ends up making the tackle after, Kofor did a good job there just to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe get a yard or so out of that, because could have easily been brought down to the backfield.
Yeah, the way the safeties and everything are crashing him now, if he does have the ability to throw the ball, it'd be a good time to call that.
Well, it's 3rd and 3, and you're right, Nathan. If they're able to, try to dump one over the head of somebody, and this will be a good spot to do it, because they're definitely going to be keying him running the football.
Needs to get to midfield for the first down. They'll have that and then some. And a first down, another good hard run by Blackburn.
I'm going to tell you, for his size, I mean, Blackburn can't be more than 145 pounds. And he runs like he hits you like a truck hitting somebody.
He's listed at 5'7", 160.
I don't believe it. He might. Hey,
that's like he's listed.
It's like those guys in that trout fishing tournament that put the weights in the fish. He's got weights in his pockets. He's got about a 7.5 pound weight in each pocket.
Pickup of 6, 1st and 10. Tigers from the 44-yard line. And movement on the offense.
I don't know. Did you see the video of those guys?
I read about it. I did not see it.
Here's my thing. The guy who did it is standing right there as they're cutting everything open.
5 yards.
Get the heck out of there. You know you did it. What are you standing there for?
One of them ran off. The other
one of them ran off. Get out of there.
Oh, man.
You know what's going to happen. You know what's in there.
Yeah, we won't get into the poker incident.
Oh, that was weird. They still haven't fleshed that out. There's more breaking news on that today.
We'll just let the folks Google that one.
Yeah, they'll have to Google it.
Moving right along. 1st and 15 from the 49. And this is our first time calling Emery Campbell's name.
Good run, though.
Campbell, a 5'6", 145 sophomore, but that run will be negated as yet another flag flies in.
Well, Washington Wilkes, though, showing some signs of life on offense here on this possession, because not only are they running the ball, but they're running up the middle with their backs, which I didn't think they'd be able to do against Lincoln County. And again, you keep running, you keep running, you keep running.
Holding. Offense, 10-yard penalty.
Next time you're in a running situation,
still first down.
If they do look for the pass, they might be able to get somebody open here.
Well, Sid Fritz doesn't have he's got a shaved head, but if he had hair, he'd be pulling it out right now.
Yeah, you've got some momentum going your way now with a good drive, and then you shoot yourself in the foot with a big penalty that makes it 1st and 21.
Yeah, back into their own territory here. 1st and 21 from the 43-yard line. Kofer going to throw for the first time, and nice play to bat it away, and we didn't get a number.
Good job by Lincoln County, though, because, again, you assume run, but they rolled him out. They definitely were looking to throw that time. And
C.J. Crite once again making his bid for the McDonald's Defensive Player of the game tonight.
You know, it is funny because if you in the first half, you probably might have a couple of guys, offense, defense. In the second half, right now, it'd be two totally different people. So,
back in at quarterback comes Andrew Meach.
They just got to get some kind of spark, whether it's Meach finding Kofer. Somebody's got to make a play.
And it's getting late early for the Tigers. Under 3 minutes to play. Nice throw and catch from Meach to Joseph Myers.
Pound for pound, Meach might have the strongest arm of anybody we've seen this year. We've seen some good quarterbacks. You know, Jim Franklin, the sophomore at Aquinas, really stands out. Colson Brown at North Augusta, the big kid. But I'm going to say pound for pound, I mean, Meach has got a rocket.
Pickup of 12. That's the good news for Washington Wilkes. The bad news is you still need 9 on 3rd down.
Yeah. I thought they were going to dump it off short to Kofer, and he went downfield a little bit on the run with a really good throw. But a big play here for, and the defense getting some pressure, but they dump it off.
This is Christian Dorsey. First time we've called his name. And Christian Dorsey off to the races. Inside the red zone at the 5-yard line. And were it not for Micah Wade and Samaj Jenkins, he was gone.
Came from out of nowhere to stop the touchdown, but what a big play on 3rd down and long. You know, last time we mentioned Dorsey, it was because he missed a tackle and got faked out. That's going to be a little better highlight. He's going to rewind that one and watch it again.
39 yards. Dorsey, the leading tackler on this Washington Wilkes team, with the play of the night, well, one of the plays on this second half for the Tigers. And now right in front of us, 1st and goal from the 5.
Well, Jenkins came flying out of nowhere to save the touchdown.
High snap, Kofer. It's Blackburn fighting his way to the 1.
And we've got a great vantage point. Blackburn, I'm telling you, he's 145. Maybe I'll give him 148. But he runs like he's about 208, 210.
Yeah, a little banged up on that play, too, staying in.
Reminds me a little bit of Warwick Dunn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that, and the number doesn't hurt.
That's probably what did it.
He's
2nd and goal from the 1. Kofer keeps. Short. 3rd down.
Trey Turner kept him out of the end zone, the big fella. And we'll talk in a moment about why he's wearing number 44, because he usually wears number 55. We'll get to that in a moment for you for Lincoln County. But
it is 3rd and goal. 3rd and about 5 inches.
I was going to say half the football.
Kofer will sneak. No signal. Touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he got it. And we've got a great view because we're right here near the goal line.
So on what was almost a must-score drive for Washington Wilkes, the Tigers answer and can now pull within 6. And remember that missed extra point by Lincoln County. Emiliano Alberto. And the Tigers are within 6.
Great job of the holder to get that ball down.
Well, and that's the best kick of the night by Berto as well.
Did you expect anything less from the 378 War? A one-score game with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Washington Wilkes went 71 yards in 12 plays and took 6:13 off of the clock. And now Alberto will kick it away to the Red Devils. Jenkins from his 6. And apologies, that was not Jenkins. That was Micah Wade. And a good return by Wade.
Yeah, Wade had a couple of
30-yard line.
Yeah, he had a couple of nice carries on Lincoln County's last drive, but Washington Wilkes got right back in this thing with a really good drive. They did it mostly on the ground. And
now it'll be up to that Tiger defense to see if it can slow down this Lincoln County rushing attack. The Red Devils have already rushed for 233 yards tonight. Nathan tells us they're averaging over 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, between Huff and Jenkins. I mean, Jenkins is averaging almost 20 a carry. 5 carries, just under 100 yards, 90 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Red Devils from 31. Huff. There he goes.
Coming back.
And there is a flag down, so a lot of wasted effort. And you see the frustration on Huff's body language. A waste of about a 25-yard gain.
Well, that is, man, it's so frustrating when you're a runner. Now, I'm not going to say anything because this Lincoln County offensive line and the backs and receivers have blocked their tails off tonight. But that one, yeah, that's frustrating. You get a big run, and then that would have put him well over 100 yards
from
also.
the spot of the foul, still first down.
And we saw Washington Wilkes get backed up the same way their last drive. Well, yeah, good run, but all for naught. And Washington Wilkes was able to dig out of that hole.
You can see Huff just exhausted.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, not only does he play both ways, offense, defense, he's their punter. He also has been hurt some this year, so he might not have the conditioning. You know, it's not, most times by game number 6, you're pretty conditioned. He might not have that because he hasn't been playing the whole year.
He will throw on 1st and 20. He will try to throw on 1st and 20, but he will not be able to. Great pursuit by Washington Wilkes.
And Myers
again, tell you what, he has been all over the field for this Washington Wilkes defense tonight. We are through 3 quarters of play. Lincoln County 20, Washington Wilkes 14 in the 100-year anniversary of the 378 War. The T-Mobile student section has come back to life here at Tiger Stadium after that last drive by Washington Wilkes to pull within 6. And now the Tiger defense has pushed Lincoln County back into a 2nd and 18 from its own 23 as we start the 4th quarter of play. But Micah Wade, ball out. Washington Wilkes has it.
Wow.
We were just talking about that defense.
I mean, John, it was looking like Lincoln County might pull away and make a blowout literally 10 minutes ago. And now, all of a sudden, Washington Wilkes may be able to take the lead here with a score. Unbelievable. He tried
Myers
to keep
knocked
fighting.
it out. Nick Harkins was the man who jumped. Nope. Still loose. Let's see.
It was number 7, I believe, who got it.
That would be Bryson Porter.
And I want to say Myers was there, but also number 4, Quentin Cullors may have hit the football. This is crazy. Again, Lincoln County looked like they had this game under control, and all of a sudden, here we go.
1st and 10 from the 30. Trying to strike quick into double coverage. Incomplete.
Yeah, he was trying to go to Dorsey, who had the big play that set up the touchdown on the last drive.
Quickly, let's get you the QBs by the quarter for quarter number 3, brought to you by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
Yes, Huff for Lincoln County is still 1 of 5, 20 yards, and that interception has 11 carries for 93 yards on the ground, and Meach is 6 of 8 for 137 and a touch.
Yeah, he's quietly, 6
look
completions for 137 yards. A lot of it have been his receivers running after the catch, but it still goes in the stat book for him.
This time he'll hand it to Curry.
Good run. Two good football teams here tonight. It's fun watching them go at it.
It always is with these two.
And, you're right, and it's never over. It's just like I said, you think Lincoln County, like last year we thought Washington Wilkes had it. Lincoln County came back. This year it's flip-flopped. Yeah, this game definitely not far from over as Washington Wilkes trying to take the lead here if they can punch it in and get the extra point.
2nd and 2, or 3rd and 2, I should say.
Really big play here for Lincoln County.
Blackburn is the back with Meach. Blackburn will get it. Blackburn will have the first down.
At first I'm thinking, why did he cut outside? But what was I thinking? He got the first down. It looked like he had a lane up the middle, but obviously he saw a better lane and was able to get it the first. They haven't gone back to Kofor in a while, and he is electric with the football. We've seen that.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Oh,
this is Curry. And that didn't fool the Red Devils.
A host of red and white there, bringing them down.
Emery Campbell in at running back now for the Tigers.
Yeah, he had a nice run in the first half when they brought him in. Clock running under 10 minutes to go in this one.
And it does go to Campbell.
Ooh. Oh. Wow. I told you, man, he comes up like a missile out of that secondary. It's not him getting a running start. It's scary.
Let's get an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report from Matt Lane.
Right there, Washington Wilkes getting the momentum back, getting that turnover right here. Such a huge possession right here as the last one going into the 4th quarter. Took so long for them to score a touchdown right there, trying to run the ball to the right at depth. Very hard with this quick Red Devil defense.
Thank you, Matt.
It's 3rd
and 10.
Yeah.
Meach.
Oh,
flag.
Yeah.
That was pretty clear.
Well, and it's really unfortunate. I think Jenkins wasn't looking at the player and just saw the ball, and he just runs right over the receiver. It was not going to be caught.
Yeah, he jumped the route. He just couldn't get around the receiver. That was looking like it was going to be a pick 6.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think Jenkins even looked at the receiver, and the receiver wasn't looking at the ball. But it's going to be half the distance to the goal. That
First
obvious
and goal,
pass
Tigers.
interference. Yeah, Jenkins going to kick himself on that one, but Meach tried to zip a back shoulder throw in there, and he draws the pass interference.
So it's not going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense, half the distance to the goal. Replay 3rd down.
Yeah, it will be just short. So,
well,
should be 3rd, and if it's half the distance, make it 3rd and 8.
And Kofor in
3rd
there.
and 2, I should say.
And they didn't get it.
They did not get it.
Yeah,
Only needed 2. And Curry stopped by Jenkins.
Great push up front by Lincoln County, and Jenkins came flying in there on a blitz. It's going to be 4th down and about 2.
Sid Fritz leaving the offense on the field.
So you put Kofor back at quarterback here?
Well, Kofor, he was in there last play, so yeah, I think they leave Kofor in. And let's see. But I think you fake it to the running back and let Kofor run it. 28 has done a good job tonight, Blackburn. But, man, big. This is a huge play.
Both sides on their feet. Kofor gets the call. Kofor, first down, 1st and goal at the 2.
Well, he's just so quick. He sees the hole. He's able to jump through there and get a quick 3 or 4 yards.
Got a flag down.
Oh, and that could be big if it's on Washington Wilkes.
So we'll wow, and it is a hold on the Tigers. So scratch the Affordable Auto Insurance first down.
The field goal kicking hasn't looked great
Holding.
tonight, but I was wondering if
Offense 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 4th down.
10 yards, though, you almost back them up where you don't want to take a chance for the field goal. So you probably leave the offense on the field.
Second and goal from the 12. Or actually, 1st and goal from the 12.
No, it's 4th down.
4th down.
4th down still.
That's right. They didn't get the Affordable Auto Insurance first down.
Well, and the penalty is from the line, so I think it pushes them.
It's all the way back to 4th and 11.
And
From
again,
the 19-yard line.
it would be a 36-yard field goal, and he hasn't shown the leg, so they're going to go for it.
Kofor throwing for the first time, and it is
picked
picked off by Lincoln County.
Huff
Guess who? Trey Huff.
Huff may take the.
And he had one man to beat. That was Desmond Kofor, and Kofor saved a touchdown for the Tigers. But the Red Devils with a huge play. Devils take over, leading 20-14, 7:46 left. So many big plays in this rivalry. Add this one to the list. Trey Huff.
Yeah, the receiver never got out where the ball was thrown. He never broke off, his route. And Huff able to return it all the way to the 43.
1st and 10 Devils from the Washington Wilkes 43-yard line, and it'll be Huff. Big gain.
Oh,
Huff.
look at this. He's gone.
Trying to beat Kofor again, and again it's Kofor. What a battle between these two. But a huge gain of 40 yards for Trey Huff on first down. It's 1st and goal.
And it puts him up to about 133 yards rushing on the night. And I thought he was gone, but Kofor comes flying in there and make the play. Yeah, you're right. These two are going at it tonight. Both could be offensive players of the game for their respective teams. Both have interceptions on defense. And by the way, they threw those passes to one another. So been a battle for those two for sure.
52-yard interception return and then a 40-yard run.
Yeah, so he is literally eating up the entire field here. 92 yards on 2 different plays, one on offense, one on defense.
Trying to stake his claim for our McDonald's offensive player of the game. On first down, he'll give it to Wade.
Just short.
No signal, just short. 2nd and goal inside the 1.
Jenkins is saying, hey, I got the hat trick. Give me the 4th. But no, they give it to Wade. He's short, though, so let's see who gets it this time. As Lincoln County, again, it flip-flops again. Washington Wilkes feels like they're going in after the fumble to maybe take the lead. Instead, the pickoff by Huff, the long return.
This is why we show this game every year on Game Night Live. It is must-see TV.
That kid right there, tomorrow, take care of him. Lincoln County, feed the kid, let him lay around and watch some football, take a nap. If he wants a massage, whatever, take care of him. He is working his tail off for the Red Devils.
Timeout, Lincoln County.
Lincoln County will burn a timeout. While they do that, it's time for America's favorite game show, the Stump AB Trivia Question.
Oh, man.
We usually do this in the 3rd quarter, but we've had so much action. We've got to squeeze it in here in the 4th. So we've talked about Lincoln County and their 14 state championships, the most recent coming in 2006. Washington Wilkes has won 4 state championships, the most recent coming in 1967. Larry Campbell, obviously, was the head coach at Lincoln County the last time they won. Who was the head coach at Washington Wilkes the last time the Tigers won a state championship?
1967.
We'll let you think about that at home. We'll have the answer for you coming up.
Despite popular opinion, I was not born then. But I will try to come up with something.
Yeah, Huff is now up to 132 yards on the ground.
And we will have our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game following the conclusion of this contest. Could go either way.
I don't know that we've ever done a game where a running back averages almost 20 yards a carry with 3 touchdowns, and he might not be the offensive player of the game because his quarterback's overshadowing him. Unbelievable. Man, Huff is way faster than I thought. He comes up from safety, and he's a missile on defense. And
second and inches. Huff sneaks.
There's his
touchdown.
Well, Huff gets him one now. Jenkins had 3. And just like that, Lincoln County is back to a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, that makes it a 2-score game.
Pushing after the play.
See if they decide to go for 2. They missed that last.
Yeah, there is some pushing and shoving after the play. The Lincoln County seniors pulling their players out of there. No harm, no foul. Cooler heads prevailed.
Honestly, I might would still kick the extra point here just because of the kicking issues Washington Wilkes had.
Lee Hopsis is going to bring the offense back out for a 2-point conversion. This would make it a 2-touchdown lead.
Of course, the way Huff's running right now, you got to like his chances
if
he keeps the ball.
Well, the way Lincoln County's ran all night, you know.
Yep, 284 as a team on the ground.
Jenkins for the 2-point conversion to the corner. He's got it. And he's got a flag after.
Yeah, second time tonight after running into the end zone, they've hit him late. This time it was Myers. Last time, I believe it was Kofer who hit him. And you see, he's easily in. And Myers decides to hit him anyway. This time it's not offsetting as Jenkins learned from his last incident.
We'll see if they mark the yardage off this time.
Red Devils go 43 yards in 3 plays.
After the interception and long return by Huff. And then Huff ran it all the way down to near the goal line, and finally he punches it in, and then they get the 2. So 28-14.
Here comes the call.
Personal foul. Defense. That 15-yard penalty to be assessed on the kickoff. Try for 2 is good.
So things go from bad to worse for Washington Wilkes and Lincoln County. The folks that made the 17-mile trip down Highway 378 on their feet. Let's get an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report from Matt Lane.
Yeah, John, right there, head coach brought everybody together, demanded everybody get out there, and told the team to not react, do not let them drag you down, do not react to them at all, trying to get in front of it before anything potentially happens with 6 minutes and 21 seconds left.
Well, and if you're Washington Wilkes, you got to be frustrated. Down 20-14, you've got the ball. Looks like you might be going in for the score. And then just like that, Lincoln County instead gets the pick off, and they go down and score. Now you're 2 scores behind with not a lot of time on the clock, 6:21.
And Abraham Crawford will perform the Burke Health kickoff from midfield.
Well, if you're Washington Wilkes, a nice kick return here could go a long way.
Actually, the 45 of Washington Wilkes. So the Tigers with work to do, down 14 with just more than 6 minutes left to play here in quarter number 4. We've talked about this rivalry being one of the biggest in the state of Georgia. It remains to be seen if this will be one of the great chapters in this rivalry. But
yeah,
how about back in 2005? They call it the game around these parts. Washington Wilkes, Lincoln County. They met for the state championship on December 2nd, 2005. Lincoln County, a 25-0 winner. 7,000 plus. They had to bring in extra bleachers at Buddy Bufford Field, now Larry Campbell Stadium in Lincolnton. And that was Lincoln County actually tied the series with that win for the first time since the first time they met back in 1922. The game.
And I'm just guessing.
I'm
just guessing as Meach decides to throw on the run here out of bounds. I'm just guessing there were about 80 teams in single A back then around the state of Georgia.
Sure.
Roughly 75 to 90, somewhere in there. The fact that 2 teams that close together played for the state title is amazing. And we've had it happen a couple of times in basketball We've had it, Westside played Josie, and then we had it, last year. So it's amazing. But in football, for that to happen, it just doesn't happen. Remarkable.
And the end of this chapter of the 378 war still yet to be written. Washington Wilkes down 14, and a nice pickup by Malik Ware.
Yeah, first time they've gone to him. Tall receiver.
It's a touchdown catch to his credit this year. And again, some fisticuffs at the end.
Yeah, we got to get a lot real chippy, and I know the coaches are saying just go back to the huddle, go to your side of the field. There's no sense in all that, and they're still talking.
Down.
You see Meach telling his guys, come on.
Yeah, that's where your seniors have to step up. It's against Washington Wilkes again.
That hurts.
After the play, personal foul. Late hit out of bounds on the offense. Half the distance to the goal, third down.
That is.
Boy, 2 steps forward, 1 step back over and over again for the Tigers.
He was a yard short of the first down, so he didn't get the first down either.
So instead of 3rd and 1, it's going to be 3rd and 14. Meach will throw under pressure, sets up the screen. And a nice play made by Samaj Jenkins.
Yeah, good hit by Jenkins, and the quarterback, they had the perfect play call, because if it was any other pass play, the big fella, Trey Turner, would have eaten Meach alive, but instead they had a nice screen call.
And Turner wearing number 44 tonight.
He is, and it's an honor. Each week, Lincoln County gives that jersey number to a different player to be for their leadership. Austin Parks is who that used to wear that jersey, 44. Unfortunately, he lost a battle with cancer a few years ago, and to honor him, 44 strong is the slogan. And someone gets to wear that number each week, and this week it's Trey Turner. And we had the good fortune of having them out for the Border Bowl last year, the Parks family, and they're going to be back again this year. And it's such a great little tradition they're doing in honor of their son.
A very cool thing that they do, and we partner with them on Football Friday night as well and honor one of the players of the week with our 44 Strong Award.
That was 4th down. They tried the swing pass there, incomplete, so Lincoln County's going to take over on downs.
With 5:23 to play.
Now the Red Devils, earlier we said it looked like they were going to be able to put it away, and they didn't at that point, but now, boy, if you score here.
It's Wade. Wade's trying to get to the pylon. They say it's just short.
Well, great. We had such a great vantage point as a fan watching the game on television to see the blocking. Watch this, though. Watch this. They hand it to him. Watch the blocking. But look, 2 players just standing there. 2 players getting blocked by 1. And it opened the door for a big run for Wade.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Boy. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sid Fritz is not going to be happy with those 2 guys on defense when he watches that on tape. And they got
Jenkins is back in at running back. Will he get number 4? He's going to have to wait one way or the other because the Tigers have called timeout. All right, AB, you've had a chance to think about it. Again, our Stump AB trivia question. Lincoln County's won 14 state championships. Larry Campbell, of course, there for those. The legendary Larry Campbell, the last coming in 2006. Washington Wilkes has won 4 state championships, the last coming in 1967. Who was the head coach here the last time the Tigers won?
My first thought was it was somebody named Dan something, but I can't think of the last name, so I'm going to go Charlie Davidson. The field is named after him, so it's got to be him, right? I think he coached long before that.
The answer is? Well, I'll just tell you. There it is.
Oh, yes! Yes, baby! Yes, baby!
I was hoping you wouldn't look at the scoreboard.
Hey, be glad I couldn't think of that random Dan's last name, because I definitely would have said it.
Being down on the field has another advantage. It's right next to it.
Yeah, you're right. Up in the press box, I might have not been able to see it.
Over 500 now.
Don't call it a comeback, man.
You've been on fire lately. Speaking of on fire, the Red Devils trying to, for all intents and purposes, put this one out of reach. First and goal from the 2. Jenkins. Will they get number 4? He will. What a night for Samaj Jenkins.
I mean, again, between him and Trey Huff, I mean, I don't know what you do, player of the game wise.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
I think Scott Skadden with WJBF is saying 1. We're not doing co-players.
Well, the good news for Huff is he's shined on the defensive side of the ball too.
Well, he has, but, man, on defense you've also got C.J. Crichton. You got the big fella Trey Turner who've been outstanding, right?
Abraham Crawford to make it a 3-touchdown lead. And Lincoln County has taken control of the 378 war with 5:08 to play. Oh, we talked about Larry Campbell, the legendary head coach of the Lincoln County Red Devils. There's a great look at the man himself. One of the great pictures of one of his last state champions. 477 career wins as head coach of the Lincoln County Red Devils over 42 seasons, 11 state championships, but maybe almost as impressively, 33 region titles as head coach. And coach is doing well, still living the retirement life in Lincolnton.
Yeah, and it just a class act every time I've ever dealt with him. Such respect by all the coaches in the area that you saw back when he coached and of course still. And what he did here, it's really just laughable. You look at it and you're like, how did they do that?
And bears mentioning again, among the many ties current Lincoln County coach Lee Hopkins has to Lincolnton, Larry Campbell was his Little League coach. Although
That's right.
Hopkins actually played football at Westside after his family moved to Augusta, but many, many ties to Lincoln County as the Tigers will start from the 23. Well, that was an easy drive for Lincoln County. 2 plays, 25 yards. After the Tigers turned it over on downs, and now lead 35-14. Don't forget our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game coming up in the post-game show. AB and the crew are trying to narrow it down to who that'll be. Many nominees tonight. We also have our Powerade play of the game and our East Central Health District hit of the game, all coming your way in the post-game show in 5 minutes and 2 seconds from right now. So the Tigers need points. They need quick.
Oh, another turnover.
Oh, wow.
And that's not going to help them. Another turnover. Big play for Lincoln County. And right in the middle of it, once again, is Trey Huff.
Yeah, he forced the fumble that might seal the game.
Yeah, I'm turning around. Again, we're on the field, and the Tiger faithful are heading for getting a head start on their college football weekend.
Yeah, what a game by Trey Huff tonight. Offensively, he's rushed 13 times for 133 yards and a TD. Defensively, double-digit tackles, an interception return, 52 yards, and there he forces the fumble that might seal it.
And now if you're the Red Devils, you want to work clock.
Yeah, you don't
Washington
need
Wilkes does have 2 timeouts.
You really don't need any more points. If you get them, great. But although it's been a little chippy, maybe they want to push one more in there.
Don't think the final score doesn't matter in this rivalry.
Yeah. Well, they just haven't been able to stop the run. The Lincoln County offensive line. And
Claxton Jones Wade actually got the call. Claxton Jones was in.
We could make tonight's Red Cap, Scott Skadden, go really crazy and just say we're going to give it to the entire offensive line. Offensive player of the game. He just looked over at me and gave me the Dikembe Mutombo finger wave. That's great.
You're going to have to open your own trophy shop.
Yeah. Well, it's been a team effort, though. The offensive line has been great. on defense, you obviously, Trey Turner's been outstanding. C.J. Crike's been all over the field. Trey Huff has been great. Samaj Jenkins has been good on both sides of the ball. So it's just been a really terrific team effort by Lincoln County tonight.
2nd and 2. And a first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Jenkins may get 100 yards after all. He's going to hurt his yards per carry average, but he may get up over 100. John, he had 6 carries for 93 yards and 4 touchdowns before that carry.
Have a night, Samaj Jenkins.
Yeah. And like you said, they're content to let this clock run as well.
I don't think it's so surprising that Lincoln County is winning this game against the number 5 team in the state. I think the score.
I agree completely.
The rivalry and the region, if you factor all that in,
not
you just
shocked.
Don't see this in this rivalry very often.
And not shocked they won because they were getting Trey Huff. He's healthy now, and they're a much different team with him in there. But, yeah, you're right. The way they've really dominated on the offensive line and their defensive line. The lines of scrimmage have been the difference in the game.
Dragged down by Kofer.
Huff and Jenkins and all those guys are the beneficiaries of it. But I think the game was won up front on both sides of the ball.
I mean, yeah, you take those 3 turnovers away that Lincoln County has had. And
yeah.
I mean, it might be 35-0.
Yeah. And there's the man, Trey Huff. And, he's not the only one pulling double duty, though. Samaj Jenkins has been great on both sides as well.
I have a feeling wherever he decides to eat tomorrow, lunch might be on the house.
I would think so. The question is, does John Hart get a free meal tomorrow? The mayor of Washington.
Listen, I'm staying here tonight, and Washington Wilkes is losing by 21. I might not be allowed back in this town.
Good point.
As the clock ticks down to 2 minutes. Gives us time to thank our great crew, our director, Kyle Thomas, our replay coordinator, Hannah Diarco, on graphics tonight, Josh Recor, running audio, Jeff Singleton, on cameras for us, Akia Halls, Katron Hugie, Darius Davis, and Gary Nipple. Our field grip tonight is James Carroll. Working the sidelines for us, Taylor Barbado, the red cap, the aforementioned Scott Skadden. In the live truck for us tonight, Will Baker and Philip Scott, and keeping us on the air back at Television Park, Levi Crawford. Hey, coming right into our living room. Another touchdown for Lincoln County. This one's Kelby Glaze.
Yeah, Kelby Glaze gets into the scoring. Yeah,
and as we said, they ran right by us here on the sideline, and you could hear the Washington Wilkes defender screaming after the touchdown was scored in frustration.
Tough. These kids want it so bad, and they put so much effort into it. Hey, they deserve, those guys that go out there in the hot summers in preseason and week in and week out during the season and during off-season training and weight training, they deserve that respect, man. It takes somebody special to do that. And you want to win it so bad.
A little bit of respect there. Took a knee on a point after.
Yeah. Nice classy move by Lee Hopkins.
Well, I don't think there's any question they've shown that it's an emphatic win, 41-14. And it was a little closer maybe than that, but there was no question tonight Lincoln County's looked like the better team.
Well, all you folks in Lincolnton, you'll probably want to relive this one with the encore presentation of Game Night Live coming your way Sunday at high noon over on WJBF News Channel 6. And oddly, both of these teams face Aquinas next. Lincoln County, and by the way, it'll be the second straight week Lincoln County's faced a top 10 team. They'll have number 9 Aquinas at Buddy Bufford Field, Larry Campbell Stadium, a week from tonight. That's a game that was rescheduled from a couple of weeks ago when the hurricane was approaching.
And Aquinas is a good football team, but they'll have their hands full with this Lincoln County bunch. And what a tough test for Aquinas. They got Lincoln County, and then they've got luckily tonight they had a stroll in the park with Towns County, but really back-to-back games with Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes. Well, got to talk to Coach Leonard about that scheduling.
These Tigers will have the week off next week. Then they will go to Augusta to face Aquinas the following week.
Well, they'll get you might get a chance. Boy, what a matchup next week, getting Clark Jackson versus Trey Huff.
That will be fun.
Oh, two just warriors, man.
So 85 seconds left in this 86th version of the 378 war. We will be on Walton Way next week for the Harlem Bulldogs and the Richmond Academy Musketeers. Well, I won't be. You guys will be. I will actually be in Savannah working the Herschel Walker, Raphael Warnock, Georgia U.S. Senate debate a week from now.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll be in Savannah all week for that, actually.
How about that?
But you guys will be on.
Yeah,
the
in
game's
Harlem.
at
In Harlem.
the Harlem and Richmond Academy. The game's at Harlem, and they'll be playing for probably first place in their region.
Well, Harlem did rally and had
Harlem
taken the
would
lead last I heard against Hepzibah.
Yes, it's a
hey,
final.
And hey, they moved to 6-1 tonight with that. They beat Hepzibah, so Harlem's a really good football team.
So the Bulldogs will trying to stay on top of 4 AAA.
Yeah.
And ARC trying to hang on to that 4th and final playoff spot in that region. So a lot to play for a week from tonight on Game Night Live. But tonight, it's all Lincoln County as the final minute ticks away here at Tiger Stadium.
And you're going to tune in to Brendan tonight. We got another incredible finish between Strom Thurmond and Saluda as well.
And football Friday night, 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6.
And
Curry is dragged down.
Could have been an offensive face mask there on the stiff arm. He got a hold of the face mask, it looked like.
Well, the celebration is about to begin, and that is going to be a fun ride back down Highway 378 for the Lincoln County Red Devils.
You'll get a good night's sleep. It'll be quiet here, for sure.
That's cold.
It won't be. Well, hey, they had some chances, John. 20-14, they got the ball. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't long ago. It was 20-14. Washington Wilkes had the ball. Looked like they were going in for a score, and Lincoln County
21 unanswered for
Unreal.
the Red Devils. The 100th anniversary of the 378 war belongs to the Lincoln County Red Devils.
Well, give them credit, man. And like I said, we're going to have guys, offensive and defensive players of the game and all that. That game was won by the lines of scrimmage. Coach, I hope they watch the replay. Coach Homskis, the line of scrimmage did it. I know they don't get a lot of credit. Coaches hate that they don't. I'm giving them credit. That offensive line and defensive line did work tonight.
And perhaps more importantly for Lincoln County, this gives them the inside track to the region.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, the region usually is decided by one of these two for sure, and Lincoln County with an emphatic win tonight with those 21 unanswered points to win it going away.
I know Coach Homskis would tell you that's the most important part. Lincoln County extends its all-time lead in this series when you include Lincoln County, Washington Wilkes, Lincoln High School, Washington High School to 41 wins, 39 losses.
It's amazing it's that close. It's like Duke UNC in basketball,
Yeah, 100 years they've been doing this, and they're separated by 2 wins. All right, so let's send it to Matt Lane with the victorious head coach of the Lincoln County Red Devils, Lee Hopkins.
Another terrific Washington Wilkes Lincoln County game, Coach, but the Red Devils look pretty good tonight.
Well, we're fortunate to win this thing. We tried to make it real interesting, turning the ball over. But I really love the way our defense bowed their neck when they had to. Both times that we turned it over, our defense stopped them. And that was huge, probably the difference in the ball game.
And some folks will see the score, but a lot of the game was kind of back and forth. Can you just talk about Trey Huff and what he meant in tonight's game on offense and defense?
One, the score is not indicative of what the game was. I mean, it's a heck of a tight ball game until there are 6, 7, 8 minutes left in the game. Trey Huff is our best football player by far. I mean, he's just that guy. And, most coaches describe people as a great quarterback or he's a great football player. He can play anywhere. And the colleges that are around this area, they're missing the boat if they don't come look at Trey Huff.
And finally, Coach, there at the end really poured it on. It seemed like everything was really clicking in that fourth quarter. What was the difference?
Well, I don't know that anything was the difference. We just executed a little bit. We didn't keep turning it over, and we didn't have penalties. We had several drives going, and we would kick ourselves in our own foot with a penalty or something like that. So the last few drives, we were able to overcome that.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Sounds like tonight will be pretty fun.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you.
Well, classy move. I don't know if you guys heard it on the mic, but as Matt was setting up to do the interview, they were shaking hands, and they had walked in front of the Washington Wilkes sideline. They were about to do the interview, and Coach Hopkins said, hey, can we walk away from their sideline? Classy move by the coach that you might not have caught there.
And don't forget taking the knee on the final extra point. So
yeah.
all class, all the time. All right, don't go anywhere. We have some hardware to hand out. Our McDonald's offensive and defensive player of the game, Powerade play of the game, and East Central Health District hit of the game, all coming up on the postgame.
And welcome down on the field here for our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Got a couple good ones here. We're joined by Tanika Colors from McDonald's. She's going to help us hand out some of this hardware tonight. And we're going to actually start on defense, sort of. Number 10, Trey Huff, also playing quarterback. Our McDonald's defensive player of the game with a 52-yard interception return, double digits in tackles, and a forced fumble. Just a tremendous night on the defensive side of the ball and also on offense. But just talk about this rival, Washington Wilkes, each and every year. Just a tremendous game. This has to be the most fun for you each and every year.
Yeah, this game is huge. It means a lot to both communities, and I'm just glad to come out here and compete.
And throughout the game, it seemed like y'all were really jazzed up. Again, back and forth, back and forth. Talk about that just throughout the week, how excited you guys were to be playing in this game.
Yeah, we've worked hard for 2 straight weeks. We deserve it. We fought. Came out victory.
Well, you can definitely tell that out here tonight. So on offense, number 4, Samaj Jenkins, 6 rushes, 93 yards, 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns in tonight's game. And I asked him before if he had ever had 4 touchdowns. He said he hadn't. What felt like the difference tonight? Why was tonight the night?
I don't know, just a big game, big game.
And the offensive line, it seems like y'all get bigger and bigger each and every year. I really can't explain it. So talk about how comfortable you are running behind them.
Very comfortable. I promise you. I wouldn't got here if it wasn't them. I promise you.
Always handing it off to the offensive line. A tremendous effort tonight for Samaj Jenkins, number 4, and number 10, Trey Huff, our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Back to you guys.
All right, Matt, and congratulations to Trey and Samaj, well deserved, and our thanks as always to McDonald's. All right, let's get you our Powerade play of the game.
Couple to choose from here, but
yep.
It had to be this one. What
Speaking
a run.
of Samaj Jenkins.
The run of the year, and it was, it's a short one, but it was the run of the year.
Yeah, how he kept his legs moving, I'll never know.
Yep.
Our East Central Health District hit of the game. Roll it.
Had a few to choose from here, too. See where they went.
This one isn't quite as obvious to me.
Was it the hit at the end of this?
I guess we'll find out.
Let's see.
Oh, it's the hit. Huff.
Put
on
over. The offensive guy gets the hit of the game.
I love it.
There
well
you
done
go.
in the truck, guys.
And that might be the first time our players of the game have also been the play and hit of the game. I don't know if that's ever happened.
First time I can remember as well. All right, still got some more hardware to hand out for you. Our QBs by the quarter, highlighting both of the stars for the 2 teams in the fourth quarter, brought to you as always by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
Yeah, Huff was only 1 of 5 for 20 yards and an interception passing, but really did a lot of work on the ground. 13 carries, 133 yards and a touchdown. And then Meach was 9 of 14 for 171 yards and a touchdown in a losing effort for Washington Wilkes.
So, a big win for Lincoln County, a happy trip down Highway 378, 41-20. The Red Devils score 21 straight unanswered to take it home against Washington Wilkes. Don't forget, Football Friday night coming your way at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. 30 minutes of high school scores and highlights, and as Nathan told you, a lot of great finishes in a lot of very important matchups. You want to join Brendan Robertson for that. And you Lincoln County fans, the encore presentation of Game Night Live coming your way at high noon over on WJBF News Channel 6 on Sunday. We will be on in Harlem, I should say, a week from tonight, where the Harlem Bulldogs will take on the ARC Musketeers. Once again, Lincoln County a winner. For Matt on the sidelines, Nathan and AB here also on the sidelines. John Hart from Washington Wilkes. Lincoln County 41, Washington Wilkes 20. We'll see you next week from Harlem.